Good morning, God. Thank you for today. Please grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Good morning, world. Good morning, America. And good morning, you mother cluckers. Let's make today a good day. We're the ones in the driver's seat.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red blast, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the free, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to name the name of the brave. We are the U.S. of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free, in the home of the
What's up, everybody? Let's see. What do we got? We got Kiss Off. Oh, thank you, Kiss Off. Scat Pack. PJ. Rabbit. Morning, sir. Miss Billy. Rank 2000, my little Aussie kid. There you go. What's up, Miss Billy? I'm scrolling. Mr. Tony. Morning, sir. Morning. Trying not to miss nobody. I'm a scrolling. Mr. Loretta. Morning, ma'am. Morning. thinking I'm about caught up. There we go. Yep. All right. I'm at the hospital with wife for the scan. Just praying it's negative. Right on, Tony. Thoughts and prayers, sir. Thoughts and prayers. What's up, Matt? Cover by CQ. How are things across the pond? Hopefully you and the fam are okay. I wasn't going to go live, but then I thought, well, I've been out here trying to get as much as I can burnt before this rain storm comes in. Not sure what happens with the storm. Don't really care. I'm really okay with everything. It's whatever happens. It's, I mean, something bad could happen. I just ain't stressing it. Oh. So this is a wonderful Wednesday. Hey man, if I could afford me one of them cool ass black powder ones, I would. And things are cool. Oh man, I just. I've been getting kind of tore up from the floor up. Hump day, yeah. What's up? Coffee first? I done knocked out a pot and a half since about 3:30 this morning. So I don't know. Kind of just lost in thought here lately. It seems like I just kind of find peace and solitude in a way. I wish more of y'all would y'all actually talk because that's conversations. The text thing, it's hard for me to. I'm trying. Hey, I've been trying it for years. I'm trying. I can actually say I put in effort. It's just different. Hey, I wish that y'all would somehow live closer, and then by golly, we could do weekend barbecues and shit. I didn't sleep one wink all night thinking on the skin. Oh, I bet you, Tony. Those kind of thoughts will definitely make for restless nights. Oh, wait, what did we miss? So I have new insurance, and they're going to send a doctor out to my house to keep a check on my high blood pressure and and such. I truly hope it works out for good. Hey, Loretta. Wow, that's pretty wild. That's pretty cool. That would be awesome. I can't wait to move. Don't know where yet. I know. Well, no, thank you, Rank. Come to Indiana. No, you don't want to do that. I gotta say, man, I don't know. Hell, there's even shit happening up around Dallas, but it's Dallas. Dallas is New York for Texas, kind of. I mean, people think Austin because it's the capital, but Dallas. Dallas is kind of like I guess what people call the um, the white Karens, the older white people kind of thing. That'd be kind of like a Dallas, and then it's got the inner city problem, and then you go down south. Well, then that's where most of the illegals in San Antonio, El Paso. So then it's still the same, but it's just brewed for chaos. Hey, morning, ma'am. Well, thank you, Rank. So we keep you sane. That's almost scary, but thank you. Wild Dragon, bong on, sir, bong on. Tony says, come to Missouri. Hey, man, I gotta say, been up to Missouri. Went to the meetup thing, and I gotta say that was pretty wild. Damn, I wish I could remember the name of that place. I can't remember the name of the damn place. I got a little deal from him in there. Man, I'm trying to picture it. I just can't get it. But that was pretty wild. Cowboys, what a win. Whatever. That's what's wrong with Dallas. I don't drive and getting transportation is a mess, and I don't people very well. Damn, Miss Loretta, I can totally relate to all of that. Matter of fact, sometimes I have to tell myself not to think about it too much. Otherwise, I start feeling it affects me because I start realizing just how I've been in my own little personal prison, my own solitary confinement with temporary visitation every now and then. Can't stand driving in Dallas. Right. Let's see. I didn't realize the chat didn't move, so now I got to catch up. Indian, not one on the radio right now. The radar. We're looking at South Carolina, Tennessee, Florida, Georgia, so forth. I'd keep my eye on Georgia. I don't know about that. You have to see what happens. Hey, what's up, Child's Play? Come to Missouri, you won't regret it. Yeah, what they don't tell you though is like, if you're wanting to, plant stuff, you can be digging rocks up out the ground. And TJ, morning, ma'am. Says not near you. What's not near me? Hold on, what did I miss? Oh, you're talking to Matt. I think. Maybe. LMDMT. So does that LMDMT, does that mean love more DMT or? I'm just picking. House next door is for sale. That's the best house in the state. South Carolina is the one we're mostly thinking about. Oh, yeah. I've seen it all up around there, but you see where it's all centered around. It's around that Dallas shit. It's all that surrounding areas of Dallas and all that crap. But that's, Abbott just dealt something. I heard something yesterday as I was doing stuff, apparently declaring the Islamic Brotherhood or the Muslim Brotherhood. Yeah, it's the Muslim Brotherhood, I think it was. And then the CARE organization as domestic terrorists. So no buying land, any land that they do own is fixing to get taken away from them. And it's like, yep. I'm totally cool, man. I actually had this conversation yesterday evening with somebody, and I was asking, and then I was like, well, I ain't got a problem. See, I don't have a problem with the whole Islam crap. Do you, boo? It's like Catholics, and I don't agree with those either. But as long as you're not infringing, well, this is a country, and whether you agree or not agree, but we were based off of Christian values, and you're free to worship and whoever you want. You're just not free to change our culture and our nature to justify your needs, in my opinion. Totally my 2 cents. What zombie force? Where did he come in? What's up? Rescue, I got at least a foot of Soil, Missouri has great soil for growing. Yeah, but did you have to kind of work at it, Tony? Let me do my thing. Ah, okay, got you. Well, I guess I could make me a little side account and that'd be do you, boo. That's my little spin. Do you, boo. I would love Texas. Tornadoes are a deal breaker. Well, see, that's your mid thing. We kind of got the hurricane thing. A few tornadoes. Okay, got to get you caught up. You Grumpy Acres. What's up, buddy? Well, I could hear you last night when you were having issues at the beginning. So I could hear you, and you were nice, clear. Saw both of you. All I want to do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only. Oh, over Santa Monica Boulevard. Hurricanes don't bother me. That's why I have a tornado shelter. Tornadoes have no warnings. Hurricane, you can prepare to die. We live in Oklahoma and don't have a tornado shelter. We have lawn chairs and koozies. Islam, by its tenet, infringes convert. Those are the choices, and they say it's an irrational fear to be concerned about. I know, right? What's up, Eric? Morning. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss nobody. We always have a few minutes to about an hour warning. Prepare forward. Not sure what autocorrect did there. It was trying. It was foretelling. We've only had some severe tornadoes down here a few times. Over the years, it's mainly hurricane damage is what we get down here. Coffee, we don't have hurricanes here. I've never seen a tornado either. There have been some close, but I've never seen one. So if you live by me, you won't have to worry about those either. What's up, Carolina Country Homestead? Morning, y'all. Let's see, you got Big Dusty, Little Dusty. So we got the Mr. and Mrs. Carolina. I don't know how this works. My father is a Christian and I'm a Methodist. How's that happen? It's a personal relationship, buddy. You just do you, boo. I pray that anybody can just have some kind of connection with the Holy Spirit. And I think that once that gets established, it changes the dynamics of things. Did I just miss somebody coming in? No, I think I got everybody. The hurricane and typhoon parties I went through. Wait for it. Epic. Right? Billy, I'm awesome. You would be lucky to live near me. Oh, Lord. It sounds like, Billy, if you move next door to Matt, he serenades you, I guess, on the back porch. You know? So maybe Matt's going to sing to you and serenade you from the back porch. He'll help wake you up in the mornings. I've been hit a few times, but most of the time they miss me. Neener, miss me. Let me see. I think that's the missus. Oh, she doesn't tell me she made it to work, but she'll sure take my money. I see how it is. No, I'm just picking. Right on, Carolina. Yep. I don't know, man. I really, I ain't, I'm not trying to preach to nobody because I ain't no preacher. you know. But I think there's given the timing of things and the way things are, and the so much target towards kids and just the irrational thinking, mass confusion almost across the board. Just kind of makes you wonder. But I do think that once people can get through the worldly program thinking of that you do find solitude. I know I do. I find comfort in solitude. Okay, Matt, you would be lucky to live near me. What the hell? To the missus. Do it, lady, right? It's like that. It just hits last night, and it gets already part of it's taken out just like that. I don't even get to see it. Don't kid yourself. Muslim beliefs want people to convert to your life as worthless in the beliefs. Oh yeah, no zombie. That's well, and man, I just as the more you hear, I just never really dug into it as much. But yeah, that's just I don't know. I just don't think I could read that kind of stuff and then be like, yeah, this sounds like this is the footpath I want to follow. I don't. Aside from time in the courts, I lived in Tornado Alley and never seen one tornado in almost 10 years in the service. I've been through 12 hurricanes and typhoons. Right? Oh Lord, Billy, don't lose my number. You're the only. I love my Porsche, buddy. So you could say I'm a Porsche. Oh, 101. Wait, is that Prepper 101? Why is YouTube hiding completely innocent comments? I don't get it. Me neither, Coffee. I'm being censored, man. I'm being censored. We used to sit on the front porch and watch tornadoes go by in Nebraska, working and typing. I'll sit out there for hours watching the sunset. Okay, now I'm caught up. I tell Northern we get lots of tornadoes, so don't come. Same fire going. Angela saw three of them the first 6 months she lived in the Midwest after I got out. Oh, Lord. We've had a few that have shown up. It's usually the clash of that midstream and then the Gulf Stream clashing sometimes cause spin-offs and that current will fire up. But it's mainly it's the hurricanes coming in off the Gulf. That's what does it here. Oh, now she's going to tell me she's at work. Nope, still not. Watch, she'll tell me later that she forgot. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, you were busy taking all my money. No, I'm just picking. I make that sound so atrocious. It's really not. Every time I see you in chat, the tune starts buzzing in my brain, buddy. Well, then leave it, Billy. Don't sit there and. There hasn't been a single landfall hurricane at all this year. Yeah, I know. Kind of makes you wonder what's to come. Oh, man. Goodbye, my wonderful electric blanket until we meet again. What? Oh, that's because you're just laying down. I tell you, you don't want to see Twister in open frame 6-floor building in Moore, Oklahoma. That will make you pucker. Matt, can you talk to Kiss Off? I tell you what, here I am. Okay, now this. Now, oop, there it goes. Okay. There we go. What? Miss Michelle, what's up? Michelle the Great. I used to sleep in the garage, but I had to get rid of the couch and TV for more house. Remember looking at the stats the other night on that? A lot of grace being shown to USA for now. Oh, wait, what did I miss? Oh, the hurricane thing. Okay. We had a northern move here and try to build a basement in the swamp. Funny stuff. Yeah, it's funny whenever you get talking to people from up there, because down here they're think we got cellars and basements, and it's like, oh no, man, you don't do basements and cellars down here. It'll just flood, and if you try to seal it in and put it in, it'll just float up. You can only go so deep. Elevation down low here, and the water table isn't too far. I tell you, when I see the Joplin tornado damage the next day, I figured thousands were dead, but nope. Probably thousands of people thought they were going to be, especially, man, the sound, the shit flying by. And I'm sorry, but nothing will open your eyes but sitting there kind of ducking down, looking, and all of a sudden you see a limb and it's flying through the air, and then it literally just sticks itself through a tree. And you go, ooh, and then you just start getting this weird feeling like, yeah, I don't really know that I'm safe anywhere. I will say, if you get caught in like that, you want to get as low as possible, and you really want to try to get in a ravine like a ditch or something. That way, you don't get picked up, carried out with the wind. Coffins floated during floods here, or just heavy rain if you're close to the swamp. I can believe it, Carolyn, because y'all are kind of bowled in with the rocky stuff on the south side of y'all, kind of. So it's your swamps are more contained water, I would think. Don't know. It leveled a mile wide path. Yeah, I can't remember where that was, but there was the one hurricane. It literally leveled things for miles, but one house. And man, it became a news thing for a while of just how, wait, what? You'd look all around and houses destroyed, things just laid over, but the one house stayed intact. I forgot where that was at. JD, what's up, sir? Morning. Damn near afternoon for you, I reckon. That y'all do this hour ahead thing like it's all that. What's up, Took? Took. When I see horrible things happen, I picture looking down from space and we're all like ants running lunacy. Right? What's funny is when liberals move here and learn the hard way what chiggers are. Oh, yeah, boy. The chiggers and ticks will sure freak out the city folk. What are chiggers? See? Chiggers, chiggers and ticks. They always get the city folks. Chiggers are these little bitty bitty bugs that will bite you and leave you looking like you got the measles. and you just itch. And yeah, chiggers are awful. You notice Matt knows exactly what chiggers are, which tells you that he experiences chiggers. Just saying, pointing out the obvious there, Coffee, that the loud person with about chiggers seems to be have experienced them a lot. So just saying, just saying. What are you doing, old man? Come here. Come over here and lay down. You ain't laying down over there. You come here. You can lay down over here. I haven't had a chigger infestation in many years. Good time, good time. What's up, show and tell? We don't have chiggers. Well, we have decent, and we do tick chicks. Tick chick, tick chick. It doesn't sound right, but still better than Manami. Oh well, yeah. They walk 40 acres in shorts in June. I have never laughed harder. I'm still waiting. Horrible in Missouri. Oh, thanks for asking. Much appreciated. My son had a head-on collision. He's hurt but alive to heal. I'm grateful. Oh, damn, Michelle. Uh, in my prayers, ma'am. In my prayers. If it ain't the ticks, chiggers, or fleas, it's the gators, snakes, and spiders. Right. And shit, if it ain't one of them, it could be some radical. Could be a furry. Oh, thank God he is. Yes. Holla. Okay. Prayers for your son, complete healing. Miss Michelle. How about my? Oh, look, here's Rank. There he is. Let's see. I bought my wife a new ride. I bought her a new broom. She loves it. JD. Yeah, apparently your wife doesn't listen to the stream. Otherwise, you just dug that a little deeper, didn't you? And then what was it? Somebody asked me something. So I seen your chickens. Did you manage to get the wood stack recipe? Here, I'll give you a quick little update. Here you go. We'll just do a little quick little spin around. Woo! Look at them cool flags. See, I'm telling you. So here's where we're at. So I'm still burning, but the pile, yeah, that's the right way. The pile's come down some, and I'm slowly pulling some up, and then I cut it up, and then I'll put it on there. So it's getting there. I got that stuff all cut up, that limb, and then I've got some stuff the missus wanted to save. Oh, they're laying right there. So I'm getting there. Hey man, I do what I just follow the guidance. Oh, yeah, I've never been bitten by gators or baggers. Bong on. Okay,
Yeah,
man. Go
mate.
ahead.
I respect you 420, but I'm not a smoker, man. I don't do that, eh? Yeah. But I'm a bit delayed, eh?
Huh?
I'm a little bit delayed.
Delayed. Not
Delayed.
delayed.
Yeah. Whatever.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, I ain't trying to get all up in y'all's grill or something.
Kiss off.
Okay. I thought I was
Everybody in chat.
improving the options here, but there we go. Now I can see the glare. It's that right time that the tree line and it starts to really get defined, and all of a sudden half the chat kind of gets disappeared, and all I see is the bottom part through the tree line, and it's like, okay, follow along.
Yeah, well, I don't care about the visual anyway.
Oh, it's coming in for a kiss. Somehow I understand it's just text, so it's just letters, but somehow I'm feeling this like layer of disappointment from your end, Matt, which is kind of strange. Then I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just thinking. Never heard Rank talk. You never heard him talk. That's an Aussie. Say that 3 times and you might be going, damn, if he would just.
Oh, I'm an Aussie. Look at the flag above me. You went, Dad, what the hell? Where
Yeah,
are
well,
the
see, I can't point to one because I never got one. It's still there, I think. Supposedly it's still there, wrapped up, packaged, but it just, here we are years later. It's kind of like when I went to go get milk. It's still in the works.
Mate, I'm not even joking. Okay, true story. All right, true story. We had Vegemite packed in it and everything, and the wife realised that we ran out of Vegemite, and she went, "Oh, I don't want to go to the shops." And then she remembered that we had Vegemite in the package for you, so she went to the package and took the Vegemite out. She goes, "Ah, it's probably." She goes, "Yeah, it's probably expired anyway. I'll just grab that." And I'll go, "Are you mate, it doesn't expire. It's just like yeast. It's like yeast off beer. Like it
Oh, we
doesn't.
got zombie coming up.
Yeah. So she grabbed the Vegemite out of your package, and then every time I'd use the Vegemite and make it on toast and everything, I just felt so guilty. I was just like, oh god, this wasn't for me. This wasn't
Well, at
meant to
least it
be me.
finally went to a good purpose before it did expire or become bad
It
or
doesn't
whatever.
expire. It doesn't expire, mate. Hey, zombie, how you going, brother?
What's up, Rank?
What's up, zombie? Morning, sir.
What's up, Rescue?
Another day in paradise, sir.
Too funny. Too funny.
Figured I'd stick my big brain up in this conversation real quick.
Oh, yeah, because that's what we needed.
It's finally raining here in the hot state of Arizona. That means it's going to shift the sands a little bit more there, huh? There might even be a new discovery in Arizona.
Did you need
We've had a bit.
Did you need the water? Did you?
We do, but I don't want it. So I'm honest. I mean, yes, landscape wise, soil wise, yes, some rain here would be totally awesome. Given my current status with the residents, it's okay if it goes around me.
I got you.
We've had quite a bit of fog over here, Rescue.
It was
been foggy every morning.
I think it was yesterday or the day before, but man, yeah, I came out at like 5 and I was just like, holy shit, dude, am I like in the clouds now? It's like everything. I could barely see even the trees right there. If I came up here and looked back there, you'd see about to that tree right there. And then it just turned white after that. It was so thick.
Oh, yeah. Look, kiss off. Yay, zombie. Well, kiss off. Did you get out of bed yet? Or are you still underneath your electric blanket?
She supposedly got out from under a while ago because she was already crying about it. So, I mean, I'm assuming, unless that was a pre-cry before the actual tears flow, when she actually has to get her ass out of the bed and go, oh, there it goes. I'm leaving it behind.
You guys better lay off kiss off, or I'm coming after you. All right. Yeah.
Well, it's okay. I get it. And, I wouldn't really be concerned because at the rate of the shipping from Australia to here, I know with the other stuff that was coming my way, it's not like they're actually going to show up.
Yeah. It's probably bouncing around Chicago somewhere, mate. You never know.
It's heading to y'all in Texas and Oklahoma. Yeah, I think that's what's supposed to be rolling in. That's a matter of fact. You can actually, let's see if this works. Because, I just went through them trees. It probably isn't going to show it. But right there through those trees, you can see how that darker gray is showing. And that's what's rolling in. That's what concerns me. That's why I wanted to get as much burn as I could.
Mm.
It ain't burning much right now. I put them big pieces on there. Them members are just doing the slow burn.
It was it Slow Burn. There's a good song. If anyone follows,
That wasn't fog yet, was it?
there's a song, Slow Burn. It's a really nice song.
It's foggy as crap here this morning on the lake. Yeah, that's what does us, Rabbit. Is I'm actually in between two lakes because I got the lake that's back here this way. That's the Artesian Lake, and then of course it goes across the little spillway that y'all have seen in the intro video, and then the creek it goes down actually comes into the lake back here. So sure could use some rain in Southwest Missouri. Hey, you can have my portion. I mean, all I can do is ask the Father, going, "Hey, Dad, you want to just donate my part over to him?"
Rescue, how many miles is it from your house to, let's say, Baton Rouge?
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge. The red stick.
Well, let's just type that in and see. Let's see. It is 4 hours.
That's all?
Yep.
That's what I was. That's what I was going to say. That's fuck all. That's nothing.
And or if you take that longer route, then it's almost 5. But if you do the I-10 and let's see, what do they got you coming to? It looks like. Oh,
Well,
yeah, go into Beaumont. So it's got you coming into Beaumont and then probably coming up 105 out of Beaumont. That's your 4-hour one. But if you go up north, like through Jasper and Woodville and come in on 146, the 190 side, then that's going to be that 4.5, almost 5-hour one. Oh, not right now.
Zombie. If you got the time on your hands, right, you're taking the long route. I'm taking the 5-hour, not the 4-hour for sure, 100%. Because you're gonna see some shit that you've never seen before. You're gonna enjoy it and just soak it in. And yeah, like my GPS has thrown me off a trip many a time, and I've just gone, you know what? I could actually do this again in the future.
Well, I can actually give you. I can actually say you're 50% right with this one, and I only say that because the way he would have to come out of Baton Rouge this way would be on I-10, so that would be just the dirty, typical interstate drive. But the minute he got to Beaumont and he hooked that right to come north on 105, then that's a farm market road. So that's the rural ride. That's through the woods.
you got you got Highway 11 over there too, outside of Baton Rouge, that takes you the 2-lane highway back up towards Caring Crow, back up in
Yeah.
that area.
Yeah. Now, of course, there's
Oh my
definitely
gosh.
me and you know that there's ways to go on and zigzag on through and get there, but that was on the Google Map side of things. That was their two options.
You
I
know,
feel
I
like
found that Google Map will take you the wrong way and the long way a
yeah.
lot of times.
Oh, I know, dude. It's so funny. Hell, there was people around here go Google Map and shit, and it's like, oh no, there's no road. There's no road there. Oh,
I
there's
feel
not. No, that's the river. Oh, it's like, yeah. Maybe you're going to need to go out there and cross back over that river and get on the other side because that street you're looking for is probably up over in there somewhere. And sure enough, I guess it usually is because they never see them back around here.
I feel like I'm in a truck stop with two truck drivers.
Yeah, there's only so many ways across that mighty Mississippi over there, you know. And once you get across that Mississippi River over there, then you got to avoid the swamp area, you know. And there's a huge swamp over there.
Good on you, Tuck.
She just cheated. She just ran and went underneath this building right here. And now she's looking at you from underneath the seat. Yeah.
Roads and rivers if you got an airboat.
Hey, man, the old man still got a little spunk in him.
Oh, love Rudy. Love Rudy.
Yeah, we'll put these cotton candy clouds here in the mornings. Rivers are roads if you have an airboat, right? I don't know, man. I gotta say, there's parts of the Trinity. Airboat would be cool, but then there's parts, and it's like, I don't know, man. There's just I ain't no master airboat person, so I don't know. But somehow, just the visual of all that metal being up, and you can watch some of these currents off in the Trinity where they're doing banks, and it's like, I don't think I want to like to be on shit. I like the wideness, but let's take the heaviness off the top. And I don't think I want to be sitting in a chair that's already 5 feet above the boat, which is then sitting in this as I'm going through this current, because somehow that sure does seem like that's going to be a lot of dipping. Damn, making me work again. What did I miss? Oh, we've done solved the world's problems, Coffee. See? That's what you got for getting that sugar and cream. You should have just drank it straight up.
Hey, Rescue, you know what makes me laugh, right? When those guys on the airboats and everything, they're going through all the reeds and everything, and they know every route. Like, all I see is just grass and long reeds, and they're like, and they just go through it, and they know, left, right. Like, they look at it like a freeway. They look at it like a highway.
Well, you go through GPS, your coordinates and stuff. You can kind of tell, and if it's like around here, people make fun of rednecks because we'll go, no, you need to go down about that fourth big oak, and if you'll take a right there, well, that's actually legitimate shit around here, and people will recognize it because there's just landmarks that people around here know. Well, if you're a swamper, that's just your world, and you know it. And there's like them swampers will even recognize a cypress stump and go, "Oh no, this is it right here. Hey, hang a left. We're gonna have to go about 400 more yards that way." It's the world. It's just what it is. You guys spot kangaroo poo and go right there. You need to take a ride at that big pile of kangaroo poo.
Oh yeah.
Get the poo.
Thing about the airboats is they will cross dry ground every once in a while when you need to. They don't necessarily have to be on the water.
I will say there is the butt pucker moment, at least around here, the times I've been in them, because you hit that little part and you just wonder if there's like a root or if something's going to do that magical little thing where it just goes quick and it's like, oh shit, because now there's a hole and it's like, man. That's when you gas it and just get to scooting.
You know,
and you're right, Kiss Off. Be sweet enough. Well, I don't know. Can you be sweet enough?
I don't think about it a lot. I don't think about it a lot of times. Rescue. I do things, you know, like I've got a 400 horse airboat and I don't think about a fucking video. You know, I'm just doing my
You just
thing
do
out
it.
there. Yeah, it's interesting for some people, but you know, and yeah, it's right. You know, you have to know the waters. The thing that'll mess you up the most is a sunken log that's just floating right under the surface. You know, that's what you got to look out for.
And hell, dude, you know how many
Have you?
props I've seen busted off because of that very thing,
Yeah,
even on just a regular aluminum boat with just running a damn Johnson on the back end. And it's like, what the hell? And all of a sudden, yeah, the whole lower end's gone. It's like, what? And it's like, oh, yeah. There was that 3 foot around cypress or oak or something that got cut down a long time ago, you know, and it's like about 2 foot below the surface, just enough to catch that prop.
yeah. I got skid plates on the bottom of it, so it takes
We
a
milk
pretty
jug
good
a lot of
lick.
them out here.
Yeah, it'll scare the crap out of you, but you know, but just hang on. We got that saying: get in, hang on, and shut the fuck up.
Right. What's up, Carl? Wolverines. Oh, okay.
Mate,
I mean, somebody said something.
Zombie, that rule applies to fucking a lot of things. Just hang on and shut the fuck up. That applies to a lot of things, man. Eh? Just
Right.
shut. Yeah.
LMD. Let's see, LMD. What am I going to think about flying cars? You know, I'm going to think that the cars are cool,
Tell you that you need.
but it's the people that are going to scare the living shit out of me. Because right now, like, I don't worry about drunk drivers come flying into my living room where I live. But if you turn these rednecks loose in aerial cars, then I would have to be concerned that somebody's going to come crashing through my roof. It's just, yeah. My faith in humanity is not that strong. Although I do think the concept, and I would love to see the flying cars. There's actually one called the Jetson One. You ought to look that one up. It's not actual a car, but it's a flying vehicle. That dude is self-done. No DARPA shit. No NASA stuff. No government shit. Privately funded. Just developed his one-seater. And dude, I gotta say, they're pretty badass. Of course, makes me nervous because you got 4 props, dude, and that's my instant thing is always to start looking at potential problems. It's just in my nature. And so I looked at that and I went, wow, that's cool as shit. But I'm sorry, are you not looking at 4 blades that are all like angled? If one, I mean, there's 4 opportunities to decapitate you. And it's like, man, what if the bird hits the prop and then the one that didn't break off swings around and it snaps off and then you're decapitated? And so it's like we need some protection around that. But I think the concept's cool as shit.
You're now I know where I get it from. You're exactly like me, Rescue. I look for the failure in everything. Like, that's going to fail. I see a problem with that engineering. This isn't going to work. This is going to break soon. This isn't going to work. People are going to die. You can't build a house on that. That's sand. It's going to sink. You can't get good foundations. Not a good idea. How are you going to do your plumbing? Your pipes going to, mate. I look at the issues and the problems. I don't just go, oh yeah, that looks good. This that's a good idea. And
Dude, I've never had that
wow,
comfort.
that looks great.
I've never had that comfort in my life to adapt that mentality of just like, oh, that's cool. It's just there's always a problem. There's always something's fixing to go wrong. Let's just go ahead and see if we can get mentally prepared for what's potentially going to go wrong.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's a
absolutely.
there's a weak link to everything.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'll find it. Yeah. I'll look for it. I'll find it. Yeah. Well, you got to look at, okay, Dubai, for example. That's a good example. I was talking about that today to my wife. And, you know, Dubai, how they built the palms and all these islands and shit? It used to be a fishing village. And they pumped up sand and made all these artificial islands and everything. They have to keep pumping sand onto it to make sure they stay afloat because the houses keep sinking because they're artificial islands. And then they didn't put in sewage. So every day they got to drive in sewage trucks to drain like the sewage from like one of the tallest buildings in the world in Dubai. They've just got a lineup of sewage trucks to drain the sewage. You can Google it if anybody wants to look for it. I could probably,
China's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
They're doing an island, building it. It's
bad
totally
idea.
man-made.
Yeah, do you know why? Because their population is just blown out of control.
Lurking and working.
And the worst thing that's happening, I don't want to go down the political road. Our government's selling land to. Yeah, no, I didn't want to go down this road. Can we
What, to
go
the
back
Chinese?
to? Can we go back to boats? Like, come on. Let's go back to boats.
Oh, well, that's where I go with a lot of it, and that's why people probably think that I don't give a shit but I mean, okay, like if we get what's the point in getting wound up over shit you already know and you've known it for years? So it's like it's a self-inflicting wound. It's like, hey, I know this is what I'm going to think about for the rest of the day, and that's why one day I just go, bullshit, man. I just don't want to do that. So that's why I make my day a good day because that shit's going to come. It's going to, what's going to happen is going to happen. I'm not going to. You can get caught up in predicting the worst, and I'm prone to that. And I had to catch myself because it's like AI. You can cry about it, you can be scared and hide from it and whatever, but it's there. It's there. So, it is what it is. I look at it as in there's also other countries. So just because people have been wound up to get pissed off at the U.S. over all the little lies and corruption that we've got going on, like every place has always had for thousands of years, it's like somehow it's like a shock and all, but we focus on all this external stuff while the inside just crumbles apart, and that just blows my mind. It's like we can talk about the Chinese, they're doing this, the China's doing this, and they're buying military land, and they're doing, well, how come nobody talks about the damn Uyghur slaves that they've got over there while they're talking on their iPhone bitching about how the Chinese own land over here? It's like, well, why don't you bitch about the slave labor that built the very phone you're holding? I mean, come on, if we're really going to be righteous, then this isn't supposed to be just when it's opportune. This is supposed to be true on point. Call out all the flaws, not just one or two.
I love it when you go on your rant because they're always accurate. But yeah, you nailed it.
Oh, you're in rare form, sir. I'm gonna tell you now because there's a lot that they get all ruffled.
You nailed it, man.
That's a sensitive subject, that money thing, and it's a complicated discussion with people, but they say, oh, you got to buy gold, you got to buy silver. If everybody in the United States runs out and buys 3 ounces of gold, every single person, do you know there wouldn't be any gold left? There wouldn't be any gold. So it's impossible to convince people that we're going to go back to the silver and gold backed currency, because why? There's not enough on the surface of the planet, to go around. So now we live on a.
I don't want your gold. I don't want your gold or your silver, zombie. Sorry to cut you off there, mate. You still there, mate?
Yeah.
Who? I don't want your gold and your silver. I'm coming to your house. I want all your canned food. I want to take your canned food and your ammunition. All right.
You want your shrimp?
More shrimp. Yeah.
What's up, Ronnie?
I'm pretty sure I can get the shrimp here, but yeah.
I think Mr.
It's all coupons. It's all coupons. Even back in the 60s, they took silver out of the coins, and then they took copper out of the pennies.
I know, isn't it ironic? The old pennies are actually worth more than a penny, where the new pennies are less than worth than a penny. It's like just because of the material used.
You can melt down a 5-gallon bucket of pennies, pure pennies, from the old day and take them down to the salvage yard and probably get 4 times the value out of them. You know.
Yep.
Crazy, man.
Well, and there's lessons to learn, though. It's like people that raise a spoiled child, but then a few years later, they have another one and they start to see, so they correct the past. So there's lessons learned in life. And where this goes, I don't know. I mean, I know that the world's not ever going to be right. I believe that. That's part of my I guess you'd say my Christian belief. I believe in the Creator. I believe in what He said, and I think things will get bad. As far as right now, I don't know, but there is stuff going, and so there's lessons. Like people can, like you can be in Trump's corner and push how everything is going to be good and it's all good, or you can be in the anti-Trump corner and say how it's all falling apart. I just recommend people get to the middle, because just tend to you and deal with what comes, because there is the best laid plans don't work out most of the time. So even things that and what's ironic is there's now part of society is this is an attention getting thing. Like you used to go out and break the Guinness Book of World Record type things because it was something physical. It had to be visually seen. It wasn't the digital world. Now with the digital world and social media, it's in what generates. And I've literally watched, man, the matter of fact, probably one of the most disappointing was watching a retired Green Beret who used to talk just tactical kind of stuff, war stuff, service kind of stuff, interview them. And son, he done gone stupid, and he mimics the same Candace Owen kind of shit. And it's like he starts trying to do the whole Charlie Kirk shooting, and every little thing that came out would be the next thumbnail. And it's like, see, you're just chasing attention. And I watched it with the COVID. I watched it with the election with channels. They have a couple hundred, but then all of a sudden something happens and they get on that train to go, man, can you believe this is happening? And they watch that 500 go to 5,000. And then they do it some more, and they watch the 5,000 go to 50,000. Mm-hmm. And then then they're really into it, and all of a sudden they've got 120,000, 110,000, 250,000, and they're just mimicking shit.
I'm not going to say the person's name, but I know I think I know who you're talking about. I'll just leave it alone. But yeah, if it's who I think it is, he's a fucking idiot. Yeah, and some like the headlines, it's just like clickbait. It's just like come. Yeah,
I know, man. And if you can go look at his old stuff, and that's just not what it was. And
I think I know who you're talking about, mate. Yeah.
Well, and I just don't slam him, so that's why I don't. I just keep it in a general way. My point's not to like go this guy. It's because it's the behavior. It's not the individual. It's the mentality and the societal behavior.
Yeah, it's the hype. Yeah, the hype behind everything.
Just
the hype behind everything.
Had a conversation because now my son was over here and we were having this talk with some others, and it's like, because see, I see this even on a local level, and I pointed out some people that he knew directly, and I go, okay, let me put it this way. So-and-so talks about getting jacked and the price of health of insurance and all this stuff and how the economy's high and blah, blah, blah. But you watched him when you were young. He did it to people around here on the services that he provided, because it comes all the way down. It ain't a political thing. It's the greed in people. It's like, I can make you this, and I know that it's only going to cost me $5, but I'm going to charge you 50. Why? Because I can. Because Walmart's going to charge you 60, and it's like, so you justify that high price, but you're under the high people. But then that's not. That's how is that really working? And you watch that around here. You watch it on, and it stands out sometimes because it's very obvious. Because you will have people like, I give eggs away, and then there's people that'll charge like $1.25 for a dozen, and then there's people that go ahead and they'll follow along with whatever the store is charging, And they'll do that. And it's why? Because they are going to take advantage of the people right around them, because then those people around them will go, I'll just get it from them. It's the same as the store. And it's like, so then wait a minute, what right do you have to gripe about what the store does to you? You do the same thing to people right next door to you. See, and that's.
I'm not telling my mate that because he just bought a whole bunch of chickens and just gave me a whole bunch of eggs. So I'm not going to tell him to charge me. So I'm going to keep that between us and everybody in the chat. Okay, we'll keep that one on the down low. All right. Yeah.
Hey, you know what you could do? See, you could always give them some scraps that you got. Like if you've got some food scraps, vegetables, and type stuff, you can see if maybe he wants those to give to his chickens.
Nah, let him use my tools when he needs them or whatever. Doesn't matter.
Oh, there you go.
Goes around, comes
Right.
around. Yeah.
Wild Dragon says just don't. F with the smoke. You talking about CP? Wait, CP. As far as the person I was, no, that's not the right connections. No letters.
What happened?
Coffee was asking me if I was talking about somebody's CP.
Keeping up with the chat. Okay. I still can't believe zombies got an airboat.
Coffee. Wait, what is this? $1.25 a dozen ? They sell one egg farm fresh for $1. So wait a minute, are you saying you pay $1.25 for an egg?
Shut up.
Damn, man. See, we need to figure out some fast propulsion type stuff, and we could start doing some aerial transportation. Start sending a couple hundreds of eggs, and then need to get with Elon.
I don't know. You seen
Ballistics.
what they've been doing to these cartel boats out there in the Gulf. I don't think I want to put my boat out there.
Oh no, we're not going out and circling around the house. I'm talking about just shooting that shit across the mountains over there.
You got to think if they hit it hard enough with the right ordnance, you've straight away got boiled eggs and fried eggs.
See,
It's
well, no,
all
that's
cooked,
see, this
ready
is
to
that's
go,
the
mate.
shit. See,
there's your
look,
breakfast
Coffee said
right
it.
there.
So she said, yes, it's one egg. It's not her because she gets hers from Costco. She can't afford farm fresh. So see, that's what it is that's the people around there that have the farm fresh eggs. They're taking advantage of people over the fear of farm fresh, and they just it almost makes me wish I could figure out a way to just like once a month deliver 40,000 eggs to New York City or something.
Yeah, you're putting the fear in people right there. $1.25 an egg. Yeah, it's like, hang on, how desperate are you for an egg though? Seriously.
Shit, man, that's natural protein right there.
How much money you got though to spend?
I don't spend any. I just got to get my ass up and go out there and pick it up.
Nah, coffee first. This person, do they accept my EBT? Oh no, that's right. My EBT got cut off. Damn it! Oh shit!
Oh shoot, no, it's back on.
Oh, thanks. I'll go check.
Look at all that. Look at that. There's another classic point. So everybody bitches about the money that we send to Israel. Man, we keep funding this Israel. We shouldn't be funding Israel. Well, I'm sorry. Do you know that we actually fund the supplemental programs more than we do Israel? So if those few billion piss you off, then twice that amount should really set you off. But it doesn't. Nobody talks about that shit.
Hey, Tuck just made a good point. Everyone's looking at the chickens. I didn't even think about getting a duck or even a goose.
Hey, goose eggs are pretty damn big, man.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I might go get myself a couple of goose and dig a bloody pond in the backyard, and then start selling goose. But hey, okay, someone get on Google. How often do geese lay though? Geese or gooses? Someone's going to find it in a minute. And then what? I'll sell them for like $85 a pop for one goose egg. What are they going to lay like once every 6 months? Like, what's the go? They're not going to be like chickens. Oh, mate, this is a lucrative business. It's going to, mate, we're going to be
But I think I think a
Mate,
goose
hey,
lays more than one egg
zombie,
at a time, don't they? Like one a day? Don't they lay a couple a day or something?
zombie, egg mafia, mate, egg mafia, and then we get you on your bloody airboat, and we're just shipping
No, no, we're
eggs.
avoiding the water. The water is not friendly territory at the moment. So
No, you don't
we
want to be
avoid
in
the
the water
water.
around everywhere. You know, even down on the Rio Grande or anywhere, you don't want a boat up there. You know, it's a hassle.
But they're just
Nobody
eggs, and we just
nobody
oh, you
wants nobody wants that job.
Oh, geese and ducks
just
don't lay nearly the volume of chickens.
yeah,
Roger
right.
that. All righty, Billy. Make it a good day. Not have a good day. You're just leaving that open for interpretation and for people to have control. You're going to make it a good day. That way you stay focused. That's the goal for today.
Billy, much love. Later.
Yeah. It'd be nice if the storm thing just kind of dwindles around. It happens every now and then. I'll be watching, and there's some little rain thing, and somehow it just does this little scoot around, and it's like, yes, thank you.
How's it go? Do it again.
Dad, looking out for me.
It does a little what? Does a little what?
Oh no, it goes around. Yeah, I know what you
No,
thought.
What'd you say? It does a little.
What did I do? A little curveless,
Scoot. Fuck around.
a little scooch around.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Farm fresh eggs are actually cheaper around here than store bought. That's the way they should be, Carl.
I hope somebody clips that. That was great. I can't do it.
Right, coffee. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. Well, see, you should, and I get there should be there'll be a little bit of a hiccup, but like I guess maybe from just my upbringing, that's where I see the tariffs. People are like, oh, but it makes the price. You know what it goes? So that just shows the dependency we've had on people. That's what that shows. And it's ripping the Band-Aid off. And so yeah, everybody wants to go, but it's okay. It needs the air because it needs to heal. Well, that's what we need. Tariffs. Let's get now. We're tired of getting taken advantage of. Let's equal the playing field here. And then now, how about let's start doing things here so we don't import the coffee cup. You can actually do some clay and you can make that into a mold and then you can put it in a kiln and then you can actually start stocking tens of thousands of these to sell. There's nothing wrong with shit like that. There's nothing wrong with making the metal right here, making the sheetrock right here. Hey, I know we've got forestry right here. How about we cut that down and actually, instead of dry killing it and shipping it over there to other places, we keep the shit and build with it. Oh my God. It's just, I don't know, man. I grew up with Bethlehem Steel down in Beaumont, man. And it was steel being produced and shit. You'd have to go over into Shreveport and Baton Rouge. There were fishing boats coming in. Things were happening. It was back then. There was a flow, and now you just watch things slowly been outsourced, and people bitch about the government doing it, but it happens right now. Hell, my buddy yesterday just found out his internet company got sold to Fidium or some group, and when he went to call the service because it was down, it's over in India. And it's like, because people allow it, you don't complain. I mean, and I get it. At a point, they do have you chokehold because, like, if they're the only provider, or if it's, but at some point, you just got to suck it up, Buttercup, because we're either gonna rip the Band-Aid off and we're gonna let this shit start healing, or we're gonna start whining too damn much and we're gonna whip out the tube of Neosporin and we're gonna gallop that thing back up and we're gonna gauze it and wrap it back up and go, okay, we'll just keep it medicated.
Starlink. Everybody, if you're not already on it, get Starlink. Get Starlink.
2 places only is $10 half a gallon. See, I saw the raw milk. I saw the price of just the regular milk is like $9.69. I was watching that Cash Jordan dude one day, and he happened to be walking in a store, and when he did his little thing, it was around the shelves, and I was just like about floored, dude. I'm like, holy shit, dude, $9 for milk. But
yeah, rescue. They're doing, because there's been more rain here and shit. There's another here in Australia where we are on the coast. There's another limit on how many potatoes you can buy. It's
A
like
limit to the amount of potatoes that you can buy.
yeah. Like you can only buy. Yeah. Because like in the ground when you get the floods and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's bullshit. And I said to the missus, I go, I'm not that worried. But she loves potatoes, so fair enough. I said, you just go to one store, you just go to another store. So it's dumb. So you just can't walk out of one store with like 2 bags. No, that's too many. You can't have that many. Like you just go like. I'm waiting for a black market of potatoes. Like, what the fuck? No one's making moonshine, man. Like, what the hell? Oh, sorry for the language,
Make
but
the moonshine.
yeah. I just it's the dumbest shit. So dumb. Bloody
Yeah, you
taters.
got to be.
Taters.
The thing about it is these regimes is what I call them. They want dependency. You know, you got to be. They want everything to depend on. You got to depend on them. You know, if you understand what I'm saying, in every angle,
100%.
you're gonna you're gonna find yourself trying to depend on these other people. You know, who's pulling the strings on all of this. You know, but you're dependent. You know, you got to depend on. They want to make you depend on them for fuel. Depend on them for fuel. Depend on them for money. And it's like, I hate to change the subject back to money, but it's kind of like everybody says they go to the merit system in China. You know, well, take a look at what's going on inside America. We're dependent on a paper credit system. It's a credit, it's not currency. There is no currency, it's credit. And those little green things and those little digits, that's all credit. You know, and it's like this EBT thing. You know, that's the same thing. It's just digital currency. You know, so it has no value. Only in trust. See, that's what it was based on in 1971 was trust. So you're going to trust me like with an IOU. You can write it down on a piece of paper and hand it to somebody and says, "Hey, I owe you this." It's the
Hell, this
same
country
thing,
was
you know?
built on a handshake.
Yeah, and I mean, I
Oh
get it. I totally get it.
no! It's not. Yeah, on a handshake after you killed a shitload of British.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah,
But down here, that's how it was. Like down here, as far as growing up, it was literally your word was your bond type thing, and you shook a hand, and then you actually did that, and I mean, you actually followed through. It was kind of like weird. Men were merely men.
I mean, it's. I think that it should resort back to in the private industry. It should be a barter system. You know, merchandise for exchange of services and merchandise for exchange of merchandise
so what?
instead of this bullshit lie. You know, this bullshit lie about money.
So zombie. So if I gave you gold, let's say I gave you. Are you there, mate? Sorry,
Rude.
I can't hear.
Oh, okay, never mind. Lay down.
Zombie. So if I gave you, let's say 50 grams in gold, what are you going to give me back?
Lay down.
A couple.
This gonna sound this gonna sound kind of strange, but I have no value in gold and silver. If it's not something that's usable to me, like a tool, a machine, a
That's what I mean.
consumable, you know, it's a dead end. Because if somebody hands me a pile of silver, first thing I'm going to do is go hand it to somebody else for some
That's
currency, some fake currency, and then I'm going to buy something that I need with that. I don't, you know, if you hoard all of this gold and all this silver and the shit really hits the fan, you can't eat it. You can't use it for anything. It has, you know, so I
yep.
mean,
Well, and it isn't going to have the value that gets talked about if there's no system in play to actually make that then the monetary system. Just because it's like around here, if like all of a sudden everything was just that's it was shit happened. There you go. Nobody so. And you ain't got to where you. I mean, and we do have our little old gold bullion, but you'd have to go on, and now you've got to start traveling up towards Dallas to where this,
Yeah.
and then you've kind of got stores that might have signed into this to where they'll take that. Well, then that becomes very isolated on where you can do business. It's not going to be as simple as your neighbor and hey, give them a here's you a 0.5 of an ounce, and I'll take that bushel of things. I mean, there might be people that'll say, oh yeah, they would, but in reality, then what do you got? So now you don't have nothing to eat, but you got that. So are you now going to have to make that trek for 6
Mate,
hours? You know,
Rescue,
and that's
rescue.
here. What in
Mate,
the rest of the
rescue.
states that don't have that, you're not going to go to no bullion depository
Yeah.
across the states.
Gonna rent.
So that would be here. So then, okay, where does that go? And I mean, I understand the concept because it gives the materialistic solid point. But if the societal behavior is still the same, it's a system. And right now, the system, and people go, oh, it's just fake money. But it's what works. It's what will put meat on the table. So you can say, oh, that's fake or whatever, but it's the system at play. So unless somebody comes in and says, you know what, we won't take the paper stuff, we want real minerals. Boom, here's this system. And now everything can still operate off of it. It's not going to be like the old days. The old days was the building of this. So back then it was everybody had their little scales. And you would kind of do this, and then you would do it, but you end up going down to the bank, and you would do that, and you would get slowly transfer over into the currency. So now you could go pay that to your little debt people. So this same thing has happened.
Hey,
But we're not fixing to be discovered, and this isn't going to be like new shit coming on board. So to get the rest of the world to play along is a way different book to write. I just don't think it's. I'm with you, Zombie.
You got to back up. You got to back up in time. It's sort of like I'm not going to give up any of them.
From another mother.
Zombie. I know you got an axe at home. I was wondering if I can come over and give you a bag of potatoes and borrow your axe. All right, I'll give you and I'll bring it back in a week. I'll give you a bag of potatoes. All right, a bag of potatoes, and I'll just borrow your axe. How's that sound? Good deal?
Well, how many bags of potatoes is it going to cost you to get over here to give him that bag of potatoes to get the axe? And then how many bags of potatoes is it going to cost you to get back? And then to get back over here to bring him the axe back and then to go back?
Jesus, Rescue, I've got to feed the horses too, mate. What, Jesus, mate.
Yeah, but they can't swim, so who you going to get to float you over? Oh, there's that damn trade thing. Oh, man. Always got to have a wrench into it.
Oh, no, hang on. I know what'll fix it. Silver and gold. Silver and gold.
Between the year. Here's an easy way to remember. Between the year of 1890 and the year 1900, a $20 gold piece was essentially an ounce of gold. Okay. But it was only worth $20. Okay. But it took an average person, you got to understand this, it took an average person back in the day of 1890 about 3 weeks or 4 weeks to come up with enough labor in exchange for that 1 ounce. Okay. So now if you do modern times, okay, average paycheck these days, what is it, $600, $500, $600 a week on a normal job?
At average, yeah.
Yeah. So then you take that, so you're looking at $1,800, you see, $1,800 to $3,200 for an ounce of gold. So the price of labor versus the price of the monetary value of gold never goes up. You have to understand that. It's not worth any more. In order to squash the debt on paper currency right now, gold would have to be valued at like $12,000 an ounce to even equal the paper currency and the credits that's already been issued against it. There's not enough gold to do that. We don't have enough gold. We have 10 times the amount of currency printed versus the gold in hand. And that's just the federal government and reserve. There's only about 1.2 trillion dollars in gold on the surface of the planet. You have to understand that. It's not been mined out of the ground. And the second is silver. But they took all of that out back in the 60s. So silver's not even valued as a currency anymore. It's not. It has no value. I can't use gold. I can't take a gold coin into a bank and settle a debt. If you understand what I'm saying.
Zombie, I can take it to I can wear it into a nightclub and look like I'm a rapper.
Yeah, that's about
actually
it.
gold has its value, and it's actually one of the most important in the age we're in right now. It's actually one of the most critical components to me. But I look at things in a little different. But it's like these data centers and all this digital stuff. All this stuff is based off of computer stuff. Well, gold in the computer world is like the best stuff to use. It's especially data transfer stuff. That's why a lot of your chips and all your fingertips of all your cards are gold plated, because it's the best connectivity material that we know of with no interference to data.
Conductor. It's a conductor. Yeah.
Right. And so it's that's what gets me. And it's, if you can even Google that shit, I mean, and I tried to bring it up. I forgot I was somewhere, it was only a few channels I go, but look at the data centers. Just type that in to something and say how many servers are used, how much, and you'll come down and you're going to look at, man, there's like thousands and thousands of grams of gold that are used in those racks. And these racks, everybody talk about the size of these data centers. Well, that's all these cards, all the chips that are being made, all that. That's big money in that. That's why there's actually big investments into those. It's not just the big greedy. It's the fact that of what's containing inside those cards that are being made.
They had mobile phone drop bins here in Australia.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Probably so.
Yeah, they had mobile phone drop bins here in Australia, and they were like advertising it like, hey, if you don't need your own old mobile phone anymore, just drop it in the bin or bring it into the store and we'll give you $100 for it. People didn't realize what they were doing is they were taking the gold out of the phone and just stripping it from all the data and using all the gold and all the parts from inside the phones.
Dude, that's what people do. They still do that here in these recycle centers on computers and stuff. That's what they're doing. I mean, we don't have one around here because rednecks ain't willing to do that. But you get down around Houston, Dallas, that's what they do. They're gatherings. Yeah. They'll take them systems, you just strip that shit out and you just start grabbing stuff out. You ain't got to be delicate, and you just get rid of all the wafering board as much as you can. And then what you don't, you sit there and heat up and melt off, scrape that shit off. Next thing you know, it's not the pure gold, because unless you have a refining system to actually do that, you're going to have, but and there's people that do that. And I personally don't see it as worth the money myself, but
it's labor intense.
I feel like throwing my old phone in the fire pit right now.
Oh, there you go.
Labor intense.
That's why people wondered about all that gold and people buying up gold, and it's because if you had been watching what was coming with the new chips and the new graphic chips and stuff, and the new then you knew what was coming.
Yeah, it's just like labor intense.
Glass is going to become, so good, clean sand making glass. That's going to be actually important because of all the fiber. Everything runs. Now we're even getting to where we're doing jumpers and server racks with fiber cables and stuff. So, I mean, we're fibering as much as we can because it's no noise and it's just instant transmission of data.
Yeah, that silicon sand and beach sand, the pure sand, that's getting to be a scarcity. People don't believe that, but it is. There's only a
Actually,
certain,
I
there's
wonder,
only,
LM, about the copper. Go ahead.
I deal with the recycling companies here quite often, a couple of times a week, and copper and brass is at the top of the food chain right now, you know, and steel, just regular old shred type steel. You're talking 100 at the scale to sell to them about $178 a ton, you know.
Well, that's part of our
So
jump start, see, to go with these tariffs and manufacturing, bringing manufacturing back and all that here that you'll hear through the mainstream and all the pitching points. Well, that's part of that's the slow rise of it. It's because we've noticed that around here. Matter of fact, some dude, and I want to say he was out of Warren or something. He come driving by with his truck and his low boy and was like, "Hey, you don't have any scrap metal you want hauled off?" And it's like, "No, not at the moment." And it's
yeah,
like, "Yep,"
I
because
mean,
yeah, that's it. Because see, it's starting to take a rise. And copper always copper became the new crack. I don't know what, like a decade ago or some shit. Hell, it might have been a
oh
little bit
yeah,
longer. I got brain damage. That became the new crack, man. I remember up in Dallas, dude. It was so funny. They were going along the highway laying street lights down before it was a thing, and it was like that. And man, I'm like, dude, that's got some balls. I got to tell you,
you know,
it's gonna.
I'm a I'm a scavenger. I scavenge, and I take I take everything. I sort it out and recycle it. But it's like everybody don't think about it, but I live in a city to where everybody on average has at least two refrigerators and a freezer inside their house.
Wait.
Okay.
Zombie,
Now, did
you
y'all
live
get
in.
approval for that though?
No, hang on, wait. You live in a city?
Well,
I thought
I
I thought
live
you
on
lived.
the I live
I
on the
thought
outskirts. I live
I
on
thought
the
you
outskirts of Baton
I thought you
Rouge.
lived in the
Yeah.
bayou with gators and shit, man. Like, what the hell?
But
What a yeah. Okay,
we have
You'd
we
have to look that
essentially
place up to
my bad,
understand what it.
my bad.
There's still gators right there.
oh yeah, I got gators within, I don't know, 400 or 500 yards of where I live. But the
Yeah, it's like in
the
Washington, Seattle. They actually see bears every now and then too. Not on the very inner city, but they'll see it along the outskirts. Why? Because that's bears are very popular. Well, down there's gators. Around here,
yeah,
it's water moccasins.
Well, yeah, there was a dead kangaroo over the back of our fence a few weeks ago. So, yeah,
Collapse. I think it was in Africa. Oh
yeah.
wow! No, I didn't see that. The copper mine collapsing.
I mean, what
Seeing
people
it's
don't
sad
really
too over in
understand.
Africa though.
Sorry, zombie. I didn't mean to cut you off there. About you ripping up copper. You're a bit you're a bit of a collector and hoarder. Yeah,
We have we have
yeah.
we have we have thousands and thousands and thousands of tons of steel
Ooh,
inside the country, but it's in the form
Poo.
of these old. You'd be surprised how many old vehicles people have in their yards or in their driveways, and
Oh,
and
for
how
real.
how it how the industry does require steel to be built. And we can't build industry inside this country without steel. It just can't be done.
right.
So
What's up,
steel,
Battlefield Productions? Morning, Miss Blackbird.
it takes it takes something like
Just wait, kids.
3 or 4 times the energy to produce steel out of the ground than it does existing steel. You see, and
Mm.
we have existing steel. We've been stockpiling. I've been keeping up with it. We've been stockpiling steel inside this country for the last decade. Just
Mm.
stockpiles of steel, and the exports are very minimal exports, but the imports of steel, they're at a minimum right now. But we're holding more steel inside the United States than people can believe. Millions of tons of steel. just
Well, you gotta
holding
be.
it.
Yeah, but fucking hell, mate, that's a lot of wall that needs to be built. Like, come on, fair
Dude,
enough.
let me ask you something. Have you heard that? I heard this from somewhere else that did an autoplay, and somebody started talking and was bitching
Just
about
saying.
how Trump still hasn't started on the wall or something. You realize that we've been working on that wall. Like Texas has put $11 billion into building that wall. We've been down there building that wall with crews. So I mean, I don't understand. I don't know if it's just the way the media put shit out intentionally, but I heard that, and then it just with the way you said that reminded me of that. It's like I don't know where some of this batshit crazy stuff comes from because you can pull up footage and see footage. Those guys down there working on that border are got Instagram accounts. They got TikTok accounts. You can watch videos of them going, "Yeah, check it out today."
Mate,
They talk about how the buffers even gotten bigger. Like they won't even hardly see anybody anymore over on the other side of the river and shit. And I mean, you can sit there and listen to the very guys doing the work, but it's like no. That's why I always laugh. And it's like people that say they don't watch mainstream media, but yet they'll parrot the same thing mainstream media says. And it's like, well, the other stuff's out there.
Oh, mate, I love it when you go ham. You're a fucking legend, mate. I love it when you go ham. You go fucking.
Well, some things are just right there. You know, it's just, and you get kind of flustered. And I'm trying not to get flustered too much, but it's just you hear this and I'm going, what? Oh my God! It's kind of like the Trump in the email thing, and it's like, wait, you guys are actually fueling up and like, yeah, see, it's like. You do understand that they were like all in power for 4 years. You know, 1,000+ people got locked up with no due process, totally unconstitutional. They literally made up and changed the laws to take him into court. Like I don't know what 90-something charges or some shit. But wait, that was one of those things that they're just like, we'll keep this tucked away. It's what, man? Come on,
they don't want to talk about
it reminds me of whenever I was a kid. Now, Zombie will probably remember this. Back in the old 3-channel TV days, there would be like this early morning.
Hey, Zombie, did you like how he said that?
And it would do this white bouncing ball. And it would sing the song, and the ball would bounce over the words so that you could learn the song. And that's kind of what it reminds me of nowadays. The little ball starts to bounce, and they're just like, oh, it's kind of like cats with a laser light. You know, they just get all of a sudden, they were laid out, they were chill. Oh my God, what's that? And they're gone. And it's like, holy shit. How easy do we get off target?
You know, I remember.
We got 350 million people here. They just, Homeboy says he got like 81 million votes. And so now Homeboy here saying that he got 70+ million. Well, okay. Can you imagine the impact that it would have on representatives and senators if, I don't know, you just took half of those people, 35 million people. Every time a bill was on that floor, 35 million people literally paused for 5 minutes to go, oh no, you better vote no, and actually issued some communication line with them, whether it's calling it, emailing it, messaging it, but somehow raise the voice of 35 million people. All of a sudden, they wouldn't just walk out there and act as stupid as they do, but because nobody participates, because voting. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter because you don't say nothing. It's kind of like if somebody just walks by and slaps the living shit out of you every 10 minutes, they're not going to stop until you tell them to stop. Oh, my God. You actually have to participate. It's kind of beginning of the documents, the whole we the people part. I don't know. That's so confusing. We the people. What do you think that means? You think, that it's the Illuminati's, it's the Rothschilds, it's the freaking aliens. No, it's we the people as in the American citizen.
Jeez. Here's an easy one. Here's an easy way to remember, rescue, and ranking everybody. This is everybody that applies themselves to social media. They got one of these. And they're just looking at you, under a microscope because I made a video about THC and how they just recriminalized THC content and hemp. But then I got some guy, just because I said I made a mistake and I didn't say 0.03% of content of THC. He says, oh, You're just blah, 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 blah. I'm saying, look, that's why I put the documents on the screen so you can read it for yourself, because they passed this. Let's get this government. Let's get the government. Let's put the government back to work. Let's get everybody back to work. But they slipped that. They slipped that cannabis THC rule back in there. But then
I know the same prick that introduced the farm bill is the same prick that. But see, here's you know what. But here, I'm gonna point this out real quick, Zombie. So Mitch McConnell, though, Mitch McConnell gets the fault for it. But dude, that dude, he's like a Biden. That dude doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He sometimes just stands there and they don't even let him talk anymore because he just goes. And it's like, oh, so you know damn well he didn't introduce that. That's why that shit's the complete opposite of what he said before when he still could think.
But there is a fucking ploy behind it. I guarantee you that, because you can't say, well, it's okay now, but it's not okay again. So they got something in store for that, you know. Evidently,
what do they call it? Like a simple way to say it, they're cooking books. They're coming up with
it's shit.
Well, I wonder if there is there's something up though.
Because
think about it. He's going like 180 on some weird shit, and he just says some of the stupidest shit. And so I wonder if there isn't some surprise coming next year or something. I don't know, man, because it's like that.
I mean,
so what? You're fixing to just go ahead and you're going full blown illegal with cannabis, even though you've had all these conversations with vets and shit. And what's this stupid shit with a 50-year mortgage? What? People can't even afford the 30-year mortgage, and you're going to make it 50? Like, that doesn't even make sense. And so you just kind of wonder where it goes. And it's like, I don't know, man. That dude thinks in a weird way. But then again, I ain't a multi-billionaire, so I don't have that legacy. I don't have that mindset. Dude's got a different way of thinking.
Just cut him off.
People talk about his failed businesses, and I'm like, I don't know. I haven't had the opportunity to even have a couple of failed businesses, much less a couple of failed ones and a few dozen successful ones.
I mean, think about it. It's like they said. It's just like, think about it. Use your common sense, and you will never own it, and you'll be happy. A 50-year mortgage? Are you fucking kidding me? You know what I mean? You're never, you just might as well go fucking lease you a fucking house or an apartment and live in there till the day you fucking die and get it over with, idiots. And when you want to go down here, and I looked at a pickup truck. The mediocre.
You're going to have to pay your mortgage out of your actual Social Security if you think about it, dude. You're 20 years old and you get a home. Your mortgage is 50 years. You're going to be 70 years old before you pay it off. You'll start your Social Security at like 65. That's why Rand Paul's like, we need to bump up Social Security to 70. See, they're already planning on it.
Rescue.
Talk about fucking. It's kabuki. Kabuki fucking theater.
30
it's kabuki theater.
30 to 40 years. 30 to 40 years here in Australia. So it's the same shit. Before you even have enough to try and get a loan to purchase your own house. So even if you put a loan to get money from the bank, you still got to pay it off. So by the time you pay it off, you're probably going to be 80 to 80 years old or something. And then you pay off your house. But then the government still own it because you still got to pay your land rates and everything, don't you?
Well, that's not the government. That's up to the states. Like, we're actually got legislative going in over here to actually do something about that. Matter of fact, some things just did pass some propositions to our constitution, our state constitution. We actually just had 17. See, and it's like that's the voice. It's not like I'm just bitching on this federal stuff. I did it the other day. We were having the conversation because locally as in Texas, we had 17 amendments to the Constitution. Well, 13 of them sounded pretty righteous. There was some like coming up with a fucking, extra fund for the water commission shit. And it's why do you got to take and create a whole nother commission? So but there was, I didn't like it. So there's 4 things that I know of people around me that said no, but you know what? They still all passed. Why? Because there's still people that will go, oh, well, hell, all of them. And so it is what it is, but it's communication. That's why I gripe about People these and what's up, G-Mom Merkel? What's
I mean,
up, man?
It's that backwards ass fucking way of thinking people got. You know, I mean, if you got to think about it, the realistic way is if I say, hey, I'm going to sell you something, I'm going to give you 50 years to pay for it. But in that, you got to pay. You got to pay the taxes. You got to pay the property insurance. You got to pay all these things.
Yeah, you got to have the insurance on that mortgage thing
Yeah.
now because the bank wants protection on their shit.
If I rent you the same fucking house for 50 years, that means I gotta fucking pay for all that shit. You see what I mean? So the fact of the matter is how to convince the American fucking people on how to fucking just take a 50-year fucking lease where you pay for the fucking insurance, you pay for the fucking property tax, and you're gonna be fucking old and dead before you fucking even get it paid for. You see what I mean? Life and debt. And it's the same thing with this. It's the same thing with these retired people that draw retirement. And it's they got it out for you. You know, they got it out for you because they want your life expectancy to be shorter because they don't want you to live to be 90 years old.
Excuse me, sorry.
They don't want to pay. They don't want to pay out that money. The less money that they got to pay out.
Ain't no damn Civil War.
The less money that. The less they got to pay to
break
take
that
care
down
of
real
you.
simple. So the very 350 million population that we're in this condition right now, and all of a sudden there's this magical civil war, and somehow this is going to come out better.
Mate, at this
you
point,
can't get a couple hundred people to agree on a single thing.
Here we go.
It's very limited in a damn social media chat room, much less 350 million people.
Mate,
Yeah, it's a tragedy. You know, it's a tragedy. You know, they only want you for the prime of your life. What you're willing to be able. You have to physically be able to work.
Right.
And what it means is your physical attributes to society means that you're going to hit between your best years are going to be between 40 and 50.
You got some news there, Rescue.
But after you get past that 50s mark,
Jamal Merkel brought up MTV.
You get it.
Her fault.
You get into that 60s, and then they say, "Well, we're going to have to start paying this guy a pension." So you think these fucking people want to pay you that pension? They want you to fucking die. They want you to die early. They don't want to provide your fucking insurance for you and give you money for the next 20 fucking years.
Nope.
You know? And then think about the younger generations that's going to be stupid enough to go out here and take a 50-year mortgage. Think about that. You know? They're doomed.
It's funny. Yeah, not funny, so I don't mean it like that. So it's wild that you say that on how, our grandparents were the last generation that could afford to own things because your parents are still paying on a mortgage. Well, my place is totally paid off and has been. And you know what? My kids don't really give a shit. Maybe that'll change, before I leave this little ball of dirt, and maybe then they'll, they see life different, but yeah, they don't.
No. I'm gonna stop you there, bro.
If I said, I'm gonna sell the place tomorrow, my kids would be like, "Oh, well, okay, where are y'all going?" I mean, it wouldn't be like, "Oh, see," and it just, I don't understand the disconnect. But then again, that's why I go. Digital media has had an effect. Everybody, you start out with the best intention. My kids weren't raised that way. My son did laps right here on a 4-wheeler, so I mean, he actually has memories right here, but it doesn't. Because they're not retained, they're not put out in social media to be as valued as they used to be.
I need to put you on blast.
I don't even know whether or not anybody heard, but what?
I need rescue. I need you to stop right now. I
didn't want to. That's kind of why I decided to go live and say what I said.
And just what you said right then. All right, I needed to cut you off on that. You said a ball of dirt. Now, bullshit. That is your home. That's where you lived. And like you said, you've got so many memories there. Why a ball of dirt? Mate, that's the same as my joint. I could say, yeah, it's a ball of dirt. That's pretty much what it is. You know what I mean?
Well, the ball of dirt was in reference because I'm sorry. Yes, I'm one of those. It's the round earthers. I'm one of those weirdos. That kind of goes back to the whole 1,000 years that we've known this. But
Have you been drinking?
Oh yeah, look, the Social Security. Listen, the Social Security that everybody like me and Rescue, the Social Security we paid in 20 years ago, that's already done been spent. So the next working generation is the ones that's going to be responsible for this Social Security support to all of these individuals that are retired or on their pensions. So the less they have to pay out to these people, the better off they are. Yeah, that sounds sadistic, but that's the way they think.
True. Yeah.
They don't want to. They don't want to pay out them funds and support you till you die. They don't want that.
damn, LM, I didn't think about that until Battlefield just said that. So hopefully your parents didn't fall for the Tom Selleck thing. What was that thing that he used to pitch about it was like a remortgaging. It's like you were,
Oh yeah.
if you get your money now, you don't have to, if your house is worth this, then you can go ahead and get this. What was that Tom Selleck shit, dude? And I'm sure he sold a bunch of that shit, dude, because hell, I like Tom Selleck. That Magnum PI, dude. But
when
I like
Neo,
even the Blue Blood show, but I just know, that is a sales pitch. Don't tell me. I don't want to
When
refinance shit. Reverse mortgage. That was it.
Reverse mortgage. Yeah, thanks, Coffee. Yeah, I thought about
when
doing
Neo,
that.
Hey, what's up,
You know,
Monty?
when-
How are you feeling, sir?
when Neo went to see the Oracle in the Matrix, and the little kid says, "But there is no spoon." You see, that's the thing. There is no spoon. There is no money. You have to understand that. We are dependent. We're dependent on somebody saying, "Hey, we're either going to make sure that you got your medical coverage, and we're going to make sure that you got food. We're going to make sure that you got a roof over your head," because there is no money. You have to understand that. There is no money. That's a coupon. That's just a trust. You see, it's made up out of thin air. All the currency that's made up through the Department of Treasury and all this other stuff, that's just made up out of thin air. People don't get that. It
But it's a
literally
world
comes from
economy.
thin
It's a
air.
world currency. So you kind of gotta. I mean, it's kind of like the whole. I don't know. I get where it's like it's not real, but it's real. I mean, it's like
Yeah,
it goes. It
I
puts food
mean,
on the table, and it'll keep the lights on, kind of thing, and it will
so
purchase fuel for stuff. So I mean, it apparently is
you got
real enough.
some.
It's kind of like the gravity. Gravity's not real. It's just a theory. Well, I don't know, but if you step off the edge of that roof right there, you call it whatever you want with its sudden stop, but it's referred to as gravity. Well, it's kind of like
We got politicians as we
I want
speak.
you-
We got politicians over there right now in other countries going, "We're going to give you some of these American coupons if you'll just give us some of this steel, or some of this food. Just trust us, So that's where we're at. It's all based on trust. It's not. We would be better off to say, "Hey, we'll take 50 million tons of rice and exchange it for 20 million tons of steel from another country and call it even, And then they start with this tariff bullshit. "Oh, we're going to give you $2,000.
But see, don't you get it? We started that way.
Yeah.
We started with actual material trading is how all this grew to this part.
trade war.
That's why I say, I mean, you can go, it's fake and the currency and they print it and I get it, but that's the scary part of the game is because it is the world currency. So you can go to France and you can pull out that fake ass $100 bill and you can still feed yourself. You can still do stuff. You can take that fake ass $100 bill and go to Japan and you can still do stuff. You can take that fake ass $100 bill and go to Siberia and pay rent for like a freaking half a year or some shit. So I mean, it's for fake ass shit. It's still there's a purpose. So it's a system.
It's all we got.
You know what I mean? You've got to gather the communication to where you can get a uniform thought onto a replacement system, and then that's it. Because when people aren't looking, is when they changed it to where we at the fiat system. That's how it wasn't that way. So that got changed. Well, it can then be changed back.
Just learn how to play Monopoly. It's the same. It's the same as playing Monopoly. You know, it's a board
I
game.
don't know. Take that Monopoly money on down to the
Hey,
store and say,
Monty.
"Hey, I ought to get some of
Hope,
that
hope
meat
you're
and
doing well
potatoes
in
there and
Canada, mate.
see how that goes." Of course, no. I guess if
You
you're in
know,
Chicago, you
Yeah,
can do that. And hell, they don't stop you at the door. You even got to give them the Monopoly money.
you know what, Hamilton,
Oh,
when
Jesus
when
Christ, zombie.
when
Hang on, give me a sec. All right. One of the biggest distributors that we give to the United States is iron ore. We mine and also coal,
Let's see how
which
he was.
we used to ship coal like in thousands of tons to China, right? And they'd buy it cheap and send it to China cheap, cheap, cheap. And our stupid government was like, yeah, no worries, and just send it like all this coal on the cheap. So much fucking coal, and then China was like, yeah, we don't want it anymore. And they were like, well, shit, where are we going to ship it? And so we didn't know what to do with it anymore. So China put us in a spot and put us in the corner and went, oh fuck, well you got to send it cheaper and cheaper. And they kept taking it because they still got coal emissions. They're not really on this solar panel shit and all these fans and crap, even though they've got all that crap going on. And they muscled us out. They muscled out Australia.
yeah, you
And
got, you know, Australia has a big production of aluminum too. I think so.
iron ore and this and that. And I was saying to my mate just the other day, I'm going, because no one's got the infrastructure, is nobody drills for oil here. And the problem is because it's all indigenous land, and you'll get some Aboriginal going, oh, you can't drill there because that's indigenous land. You can't drill there. You'll have somebody claiming it and going, oh, you can't drill there. You can't drill there. Australia is probably sitting on one of the largest oil reserves in the world, and you might see it unfold in the next, I don't know, 20, 30 years. If we're all alive, we'll see it happen. It could actually happen because no one has the rights to drill, the money to do it, to fight the government, because you got to fight the government, you got to fight the indigenous people and all go through all the red tape and all the bullshit. And we're probably sitting on one of the largest oil reserves in the world.
Yeah, same thing happened. Same thing happened in the northern territories of Alaska and Canada.
Exactly. Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
they have to fight.
Yeah.
They have to fight the indigenous peoples to be able to retrieve those resources. You know, that's been a
Yeah.
big thing here lately.
All right, Jalopy. I mean the
best thing
disrespect,
you
but I
do,
hear garbage coming out
what a
of
lot of
our
people
coast.
don't understand is like we're going to pay it back to you guys. Like we're not taking over your land. We're not trying to disrupt your land. Like, mate, go hug a tree. Good. There's another tree over there. Fuck off. All right. Don't be an idiot. Have you noticed how the world's evolved? Like, I understand if it's designated as a national park and you've got certain wildlife there and an endangered species, leave it alone. Don't touch it. I get it. There's other places you can drill. There's other places you can do things. But if it's not affecting anybody, let them drill. Go drill. Find the oil. Go for it.
Yeah, modern technology says that they can drill sideways now. You know, so
Oh,
they don't.
hell yeah.
They can
We've been
drill
directional drilling for
miles.
decades.
Yeah, they can drill miles and miles and miles sideways. They don't have to go in and put a derrick directly over the resource.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, anybody in chat? Oh, nah, somebody will Google it. Don't worry about it. I'm not even going to ask the question. Hey, quickly, zombie, don't Google. Do you know the furthest that we've drilled down? That anybody's drilled down?
Are you talking about the Russia thing?
Yeah, it's
No.
about.
Like oil.
We're down there. We're drilled down about 7 miles.
I don't know. Yeah. What?
That's about a 35. about 35,000 feet is as far as they can go
Yeah.
because of the temperature.
Yeah, 25 kilometers. Yeah, because we use a different metric system. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, it,
25K. That's crazy. Yeah.
well,
So we're just turning in the planet into Swiss cheese, eh? It's just going to implode.
Oh well, that's humanity. We've been doing that. We always we have these bright ideas and we justify what we do, and then at some point there comes a time when we realize, oh, okay, my there used to be a time when it was kind of more fast and we had kind of a response going, no, that's not good. But then the greed,
Yeah.
man, it's the love of money, and
a
it's
lot,
there's a funny, it's because there's a book that says that that's the root of a lot of the evil is the love of money. So it's and it
a
sure
lot
does
of
seem to
times
show true.
they pump in brine water into a lot of these wells. They pump
Oh yeah,
in brine water because the oil automatically, naturally floats to the surface. You see, the oil does. So when they pump water down into that cavity, it extracts the oil. It pushes the
well, that's
oil
only
to
whenever
the
that's whenever they get
yeah,
lower. If it's a weak well, if it's a weak well, then they have to actually use that to push the pressure in. But like on most of the wells, the internal, they'll use that in the drilling process. But once you tap into that, oh
yeah.
yeah, then that's you got the pressure that's coming up out of that well itself. And
Oh
then
yeah,
because it's so
there's
yeah,
brine, there's salt brine ponds everywhere around, like out in Austin, around in that area out in there. People's got these big salt brine ponds on their properties, that their cows can't even drink out of, you know.
oh yeah. Well, that's the runoff. See, and that's if it wasn't for the greed, then that would be a solvable thing because we can actually. That's what I find ironic. All this stuff, and yet if you look back over, we've developed ways of like purifying water, you know, run, but it's the cost, and that's it's kind of like the food. We used to make real food, and they figure out a way to shave the cost is using this fake ass chemical A, B, C, and D to get the same flavor, and it's cheaper than actually having to grow and process and do all that. Let's just do that. The next thing you know, you get all this artificial bullshit.
Yeah.
So it's the greed. But we've like directional drilling. We've used to laugh offshore about because some of the controversy about drilling over here or drilling over here, and it's like when we were kind of going back and forth with Mexico and what was Mexico versus ours, and it's like shit, man. We've been tapping that shit already because the minute that's what we came up with directional drilling for. That's what that platform sitting over there 20 miles is done. It's done bored over, and it's been sitting there tapping because what people think is you got a well right here, but
Right.
underneath there's pockets. So it's kind of like having a bladder, and sometimes that bladder, it's like if you watch a lot of these films of these caves that people go diving in and shit. Well, picture that kind of shit being full of that. So you get these reservoirs that are like that. Well, they'll be pumping out of one, but they don't realize that it dips down and over here's a bigger chamber. But our geologists will figure that out. And now with LiDAR shit, dude, we can spot this shit from space. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
shit that's being developed that see people see the just this surveillance side, but we're also using this shit. That's why there's private sectors that develop this shit. Oil industry, once again, is help pushing because it seismic. They can LiDAR from space on spots. And so if you can do that, you can determine these big pockets. So you've got a country that might have this reservoir and fine, yeah, that's yours. We're not coming over to them fields. No. Instead, we set up over here 50 miles, 75 miles, and we establish a rig, and then we go down and we come over and hit the ass end of that reservoir because we know it's bigger because we've been looking at the size and dimensions and we know it's bigger, and then we just start pumping it out. That's been happening, dude. That's ever since we've been poking holes, realizing there's black gold.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
That sounds
What were
like,
you doing?
that's the money right there. You want to know
That's it.
what's going on?
What were
Just
you
follow
doing?
the oil.
What were you doing?
I got
You
it.
were poking what? What were you doing?
It's after 10 o'clock here. I got to get on the move, rescue rink, and
Oh,
then
awesome.
Been a pleasure discussing all of these
I want
discussions
to know
with
what he
you
was
gentlemen.
poking. What I missed the last bit of that sentence. I just heard poking.
He said he's got to go.
I got to
Oh,
ease on out of here. I got some chores to do today, and I will catch you
Holla.
guys on the flip of
Holla.
things.
much
Holla.
love.
Good eye, Mister Rink, and Rescue. I'll
All right,
get
son.
with you. I'll get
Hey, I
with you on
appreciate
that
it.
4-hour travel.
I love you,
Well, hey,
zombie.
you're
I
welcome,
love,
brother.
I love you,
We'll talk
zombie.
again.
I love you,
All
zombie.
right. Well.
I love you in a non-gay way. All right,
Oh
bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Later, everybody.
What a legend.
All right, mate. Sorry, I had to holler at her, and I didn't want it to be that damn loud.
Ju-
That's pretty cool. Old zombie coming up, shooting the shit.
Yeah, you feeling that little? I feel a little part of me is feeling a sense of loneliness.
Stop it.
Just a small,
Holla.
not me. What did I do now? Please don't hit me again.
Come on.
Please stop beating me.
Come in. Now, I want you to just chill. I don't want you to even stop. It wasn't even in the damn road, and you're like stressing. So
Oh
just
God! Please stop. Oh, I'm so traumatized.
Blank is in the future. If that's the future, we're in trouble.
Oh, mate, zombie's a legend, man. How intelligent. No, very intellectual conversation and very intellectual, smart guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
A nap is not a chore.
Mate, I'm a struggle to do with it best. Like, wow. No.
How long have I been on? Let's see. What am I at? Holy schmoly, 2 hours and 7 minutes.
Holy shit. Really? Oh,
Yeah.
mate. Kicking on, old
It's
man. You're doing
it's 10
good.
o'clock in Central Time Zone. It's called Central because the other
Holy
people veered
shit.
off. I mean, let's just there's the reality of it. We're Central Time Zone. Oh, it's this. Nah, I don't know. This is Central, which means center. It's the center point. So you can go this way or you can go this way, but this is the center. Just facts don't care about feelings. I'm just saying.
I'm going to pretend I didn't look at the clock then, but it's 3:10 in the morning here.
Well, this is 2025. I think you're entitled to have your own reality now. You can just create it to fit your own. I think that's the thing to do. No,
To be honest, I only came here
wait.
for kissing off. I
It's almost like the
yeah.
the Earth is spinning or something, and like your sun isn't. If this is so flat, how come it's not 9 o'clock in the morning for you? Oh, that's right.
No,
I guess.
well, mate, if you want me to talk about him, he's got work tomorrow. I'm so proud of you, mate. He went and got 2 jobs.
What?
Yeah, he
Hell
went
yeah.
and got 2 jobs. Right, so he's working hard. Yeah, no, mate. He's going in the right direction and that. So
Hell
he's
yeah.
kicking. Yeah. No, he's absolutely wow. He's kicking ass, man. Like I don't want to talk about it. You'll get to speak to him another time on another live stream. Because it's not I'm not going to start talking about someone else. It's not my business to say. You know
It's
what I
not
mean?
your journey to tell.
No, exactly. It's not my journey to tell. Exactly, brother. No, you're not my brother. Sorry, Dad. That was bad terminology. Fucking
I don't know if you
Oh,
listen to people rednecks
so
within Central.
hang
I guess.
on. So what? Okay. So does that make you grandpa to him? Yeah, anyway, yeah. All right. But yeah. No, yeah. So I've got the yeah. Oh man.
Oi,
You know,
oi.
well, yeah. So yeah. Fucking. Yeah, we'll go down that road. Lotto numbers. Yeah, good luck. No. Oh, mate. No, he's a champion. I'm very proud of him. He's still a young man. He's got a long way to go. So that's all I'm going to say about that. He's got a lot to learn. So we'll see how we roll.
You know what? Every day you should be learning something. I mean, just something.
Mate, every day.
Just because
Every
there's
day. Yeah, exactly. Every day's a learning lesson. You're going to learn something new. You go, what the fuck? Yeah. Every day. Guaranteed. You go, oh,
70% water, which is flat. Seltzer world is flat. I'm confused. Just rescue your dad.
70%. Oh, oi, coffee first. Hang on, can I say something real quick? Coffee first. Okay,
what?
do you know how and you might like this one too, Rescue. For all the all right. Do you know how everybody says, okay, what's the percentage of how much the earth is made of water? What do they say? 80%?
I don't remember what it's
climate change.
70 or 80%.
Yeah. And the water's going to evaporate. All right. Every day I mean,
that's one of their spins.
I agree with you.
Depends on which decade you're in, because there's times when we were going to burn up, and then there's times we're going to freeze to death, and so it depends on what's the narrative.
All right. Here's the fun fact. All right.
How fun is it?
There will always be the same amount of water on the planet. It never leaves the atmosphere. Okay, past a certain layer, the ozone layer or the atmosphere.
Under normal conditions.
So no, under any conditions isn't that. So
no, not any. It's been proven not under any.
Under any circumstances, there will always be the same amount of water on Earth. The only water that has been taken out of Earth will be the water that those motherfuckers took up onto the space station. And they did all their little tricks with it and shit. And they took it to outer space. That's the only water that's ever left Earth. Other than that,
that's not necessarily true, but
it is true. It'll evaporate and then it'll rain. It'll evaporate, then it'll rain.
Well, no, there's a major part, but to say every bit is not one. If you're under a Christian faith-based, or really other cultures have even pointed out the flood. So a big ton of water came in. It did the job it was supposed to do, and then it went down, and that caused a separation in continents, and it broke things up. But
but it didn't go into space, did it?
No, some of it gets consumed. It's like what plants and trees do. They consume that.
But that's what I'm saying. It never went to space. So there'll always be the same amount of water on the planet.
Sure. What's up, Snooks?
Yeah. Oh no.
Morning.
Shit. I'm scared now. Snooks is here.
Acid rain.
God. Hi, Snooks. I love you. Please don't kill me. I feel like my mum just came home and I was, never mind. Damn it. Okay. I'm on my best behavior. I'm on my best behavior now. I'll try and be good.
Because it's like condensate. That's why condensation levels are different in certain areas. The closer you get to bodies of water, you have higher concentration of it. But you can also get into real dense areas where moisture becomes real thin, even though your air, it changes, because it'll even change the dynamics of your air. So I think that there is a slight loss just because it's a consumption. It's the way things are designed. That's part of the filter. Otherwise, you're just got the same.
But that's what I'm saying, Rescue. So you'll.
But I do believe that the majority of what we're on Earth is water for sure, and that's actually what the ironic part is because we probably know a quarter of what's out there right here inside the atmosphere. And
but that's what I'm saying. So even condensation, it turns into air and it goes into the air. and then it turns into clouds, and then it rains back down somewhere else. So they're always, like everyone says about climate change and this and that, there will always be the same amount of water.
Oh, dude, the whole climate
on the
change, I
planet.
don't understand how people even fall for that shit anymore. I mean, you can look back over since shit, I think what, the late 70s, early 80s, and you can watch them and just watch it. We're going to burn up. We're going to freeze. We're going to burn up. We're going to freeze. We're going to burn up. We're going to freeze.
Oh,
You know,
fuck.
it's,
Yeah.
and so it's like this. Oh my God, ice kid. That became the latest, this little round, I guess, to go in with COVID was that now we're on the freezing side and we're going to flood. And so now we're all going to thaw. So now I guess it's time to burn up again.
Hey, Snooks, I hate to say it, I don't like reading at the best of times, but I did read a whole study on it and everything, and I was like, holy shit. And it kind of blew my mind. And it's like, so there's always, no matter what, because people,
you got plants. You got plants out in New Mexico and Arizona where you can actually drink out of. I think there might even be a few trees. I mean, it's not like drinking like out of a cup, but you can get the flip because it's pollen. There's so much water is life. 60 Star Trek alien called us.
Because okay, rescue.
Where are you? I've always thought that back in those days too, they always came up, man, when we got some microscopes and started examining people and all the different stuff. And as we learn more, because if you go back and look at some of these, the bacteria or the parasite or whatever it is, but if you look at it in the magnified version, it starts to match up to some of these damn alien type things that we would supposedly see in the movies or in some of the shows. And it was like, is that where y'all got this idea shit? That's why there's this big larva looking thing. And then you go look and you go, wow, that's what that little parasite looks like. Agave plants. There you go, Snooks. They contain water. I think your cactuses do too. A lot of the cactuses, you get past that skin and it's real moist. Coconuts. Look at coconuts. Hell, the milk that's contained in the center of them.
Well, there's more fluid right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's full of fluid and it's got water.
Nutrients, man. That's got the good stuff. Almost like it was designed that way.
What's that plant that an American soldier, when he was over here in Queensland, that he accidentally wiped his ass with it and he didn't realize it was bad? And it's a deadly plant. He wiped his rear end with it.
Well, that's over in your country. Don't y'all got
it was an American soldier that came over here on leave. Okay,
what plant do you got over there in your environment?
Yeah. And he
that gives you the red ass.
Yeah, he killed himself. It's that painful. It's that
no way, damn.
Yeah, I have to Google it now. Damn it. Yeah.
835 agave worms once. Hallucinating is a myth. Or was the myth the hallucination, Carl? Ooh. Oh, thank you, Snooks.
Oh, it's called the suicide plant. There you go.
Well, that would make sense if that's what went down.
The most painful stingers in the history of the world.
Who's so?
Oh yeah, I'm not reading that. Fuck that. No, thanks. Yeah, the suicide plant. Yep, thanks. Yeah, hard pass.
To explain the myth of the world, right? It's a messed up world. Man, I don't understand why people get on that shit, dude. You want to see just how stupid people really are. Just look at that. I mean, look at the footage you can watch of what the dope does to people, and yet they still will do that. So it's not me. It's like, you do understand you only got 3 teeth left, right? Well, no, not me. And okay, well, now you only got 1. Not me. It's like, what the? And it's like they just keep doing that shit. Keep pumping that dope in their systems. And it's like, you'd think just all you'd have to do is take one little show across the damn internet and go, oh, yeah, I don't think I want to jack with that shit. I mean, no. But, these are the smart people. It's like, oh, my God, whatever, dude. You need a freaking drug to control life. Unbelievable.
Why does everybody always resort to drugs? How about just have a healthy lifestyle? Says the guy that's about to light a cigarette
Because that means
and
you've
drink
got
a
to be
beer.
strong enough to deal with your issues. And,
Bruh.
everybody wants a crutch, I do believe. And they find that, well, then you get some of these things give you actually a physical addiction to them. So it's kind of like, well, once the hooks are in, there you go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah. See,
but
I
this
find
isn't
it.
new, man. Like it's like heroin addiction. I don't understand that. It's like
You,
that. Even when I was growing up, you'd hear about heroin addicts. So like everybody and their brother knew that heroin was addictive. Like, oh, that shit's physically addictive. It's just not that if you like it or not, it's physically addictive. Ooh, and yet here we are, 5 decades later, and it's like it's still a thing. And it's like, really, really?
wait. Did you say your brother?
Hmm?
Nah, never mind. Don't worry about it. Fucking
Who said their brother?
yeah, nah, not me.
Drugs.
Yeah, my brother's a fuckwit. Anyway, just
Oh, I didn't say that. I ain't got no brothers, so I mean, it's
okay. No,
no. I'm just talking about what people sit here and watch
yeah,
since I was growing up, and then you got like
what
50
I
years
was,
go by, and it's still a thing,
yeah.
and people are still doing it, and it's like you. So now you can even watch this shit on the internet, and people still choose to do that.
Well, I think what a lot of people are doing is they like it's more mental. What I'm seeing a lot now is like the mental
It's a
issues.
coping
Like
mechanism. It's a
yeah,
weakness.
what I was going to say is they're just overloaded with like all this do. They got their phones in their faces and this and that all the time. And it's like fuckity fuck, and they're worried about what people are going to think of them. Oh, what do you think of me? Oh shit! Like, oh,
What do you think brings all this? The negative, man. The negative feeds on itself. That's why positive stuff. That's why people. I personally think that's why the word God just shuns people away. It's because that's a faith. So there's a faith based belief like, oh my gosh, now I'm going to actually have to put faith in something I can't touch or see, and you have
true.
to do that
Yeah,
so that then you feel the change. Well, but it's easy to just turn away from it and think that this is the latest thing. Look at the flashy little thing, the
yeah,
new phone. It used to be like it was the alcoholics, then it became drug addicts, then it became Overeaters Anonymous, then it's the shopping addicts, then it's the workaholics, and everything has this title to it. And then why? It's because people are always searching for something to cope with things that they can't cope with. So when they run into a wall and they don't know how
yeah.
to deal with it, then they'll search, and if they can find something that then helps them deal with that, then that becomes the dominant thing because they know going into that they need this first. And then you end up with people that you have a mindset like, okay, well, I woke up, this is the first thing I need to do, this is how I deal with the
Yeah.
day, and as this goes down, I need to revitalize it, and it's by whatever means. Some of this shit, it just blows my mind because it's like on the meth side of things, it's like you can watch the physical decay in you. There's no, you don't see any productive success out of this. So there's no like, oh look, you're the big pimping coke dealer, with all the
Huh.
gold shit and the big pimping Lexus and whatever. It's not, you don't see that in the meth world, but yet here it is. It's
Can,
like all
can
you see reference to is a bunch of bald, toothless,
I kind
death
of,
warmed over skeleton looking things that are like tweaking and twerking and shit and twitching, and it's like, holy shit, you realize you're like out of some freaking, you're the monster in the mansion that Scooby-Doo found. I mean, it's like, what the hell? And it blows my mind. There's like no success to it, but yet you go into all these little neighborhoods, and then they do this, like when it gets brought up racial about the crack in the black neighborhoods. I don't know, dude. You can drive around and see like the meth and crack shit everywhere. So maybe it's just a city mentality, but you can go over and see trailer parks. It's just people choose this loser way of life, and I don't understand why. I
yeah,
mean, I knew whenever when I was a dope fiend, it was really, in all honesty, it would be more to fit in is where that started. But
don't
because
talk
meth
about it,
is
Rick.
a physical addiction, then it became a thing for a little while. But the best
Shit.
thing that ever happened to me is when the door slammed shut. And all of a
When
sudden
did
I
this
had to
become
take
a
a
group
state
meeting, mate?
vacation,
'Cause I need to get
and then
off
it
the
was
shit.
able getting sober. But it didn't take me long to get off of it than to be able to look back on that and go, holy shit, yeah, man, I ain't riding that shit no more. So I mean, and nowadays with the internet, like you can see where this is going to lead to before you even start it, and then you end up with these kids basically age that start into this shit, and it's like, really, can you point out the successful adult that had the damn meth addict that became successful? I mean, can you really point that out, because you don't really meet them?
Not me. Fuck. I'd never touch that shit. I grew up in one of the worst parts of Sydney in Australia. A lot of people won't know it. A little education lesson. One of the worst parts in Sydney, Australia, King's Cross. And they used to drop off all the Navy ships down there, and all the Navy boys, they'd go up to King's Cross and that, and it's just brothels and strip clubs and shit and all kinds of crap, man. And I was a young kid living in that area, but it's like, yeah, anyway, short version. I remember a sailor coming up to me and going, "Oh, can you get me some weed?" And I go, "Yeah, bro, no worries, I'll get you some weed."
Right
I
on,
go,
show.
and he goes, "Oh," and he gave me $50, some sailor, and he came off, I think it was the Enterprise. It was an aircraft carrier that had docked in the harbour.
Yep, we got one named that.
Yeah, the Enterprise. And then I go, yeah, he goes, "Oh,
Very
can you get
cool,
me?"
show. Very cool.
And
Congratulations.
I asked him, I go, "Don't they drug test you?" And he goes, "Mate," he goes, "there's 5,000 people on the ship. Like, he goes, it's a lottery." He goes, "I'm ready to take the lottery." And I went, "Yeah, whatever."
Yep.
And then,
Oh.
so I went and got him a 50 bag of weed from some of my Aboriginal mates down the street. And he goes, "You know, back home, for $50, I could have got a garbage bag full." And I went, "Hey, bro, you're not in America anymore, mate. You got to remember where you are." Mate.
It was that way over here. I mean, there's stuff you can. I remember growing up, it's like weed, man. You could get, it was the brown grocery bags, and you could just, if you went by and you're like, hey, man, you got, yeah. If you want a little, then it was one of the brown sandwich lunch bags. It was like, ah, man, yeah, I don't know, yeah, give me an ounce or something. Well, hell, man, people would just reach in and grab handfuls and stuff it in them grocery bags and just fold over the top of there, and you'd be like, here's $20. But then if you got busted with it too, that was back in the day when the cops, like around here, you would just have to pour it out and they would stomp all over it. Just like if you got caught drinking as a kid, they'd make you pour your shit out. If you were acting stupid, you would actually get licks over the hood of the car, from them. And then they would, it's like, and then if you gave them any trouble with that, then they'd call your dad. You'd get more
Oh,
licks. But
yeah.
that was a whole different culture, man. And it's weird to think back to those days. It's kind of like, matter of fact, my son even pointed it out. He goes, you know what? I've realized these people couldn't handle, the comics that y'all had. And I said, oh no, man, comedy back then, that was, yeah. I mean, sorry, your feelings, what? We didn't live in that world. It was a real world. And
No.
unfortunately, it got taken over by drug use. Hell, basically coke and the whole
Yeah.
disco era shit. That's where it all started to go south, man. All these people started, it was the immoral time frame. Partner sexing, all this swapping shit, coke, partying, staying out all night. You stop raising your kids. And that's why I find it funny when people go, well, yeah, both families have to work. I said, well, there was a generation that chose this path because they all decided to go partying all night long because they were wound up,
Well,
screwing each other.
that's a point I was going to get to. Like in the party district where I was brought up, like we had a nice house and that. Like I'm not trying to brag or anything, but like it was fucked. Like I was told, don't go up there, it's bad news, right? And yeah, it was fucked. There's hookers and that, and I ended up, like when I was older, like I'd go up there, and there was chicks that were in high school that I went to high school with and school with, and they were up there selling themselves and shit.
So
And And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm so glad I got to see it. I got exposed to it at a young age. So I knew to stay away from that garbage.
I gotta say, man, see, that's part of destroying the nuclear family. Because when you have a daughter, I don't understand any male that finds entertainment in the OnlyFans, the porn sites, all that
Yeah,
shit.
oh,
You have
bro,
a daughter. Because if you have a
yeah,
daughter, the minute
yeah,
that your daughter was conceived and handed to you, like, I don't understand how that doesn't change the dynamics on the way you perceive females. That is something that, as I've noticed, I just didn't pay attention for the longest time, really. In these past years with the internet and YouTube world here, I pay more attention to things. But you just wonder, it's like, where's the disconnect? Like, when did that happen? Like that's like, this is supposed to like fire up protector mode. Having a son kind of fires up your adventurous side because this is your boy. This is your son. This is the dude. He's going to go do the dirt biking. He's going to fall out the tree. He's going to go dive in the river. He's fixing to do shit.
I
This
had my
is my
daughter
daughter.
dirt
So
biking for a while. Yeah,
this is my
for a while.
nurturing side. This is my protector now comes out. This is my daughter. And these are all just personal experience I went through when they were handing me that. This just
I got
it
you. I got
amplified
you.
my
Yeah.
protector mode tenfold. And I don't understand now when you kind of observe and you look how it's like, what happened to these guys? You have a daughter,
Tinder.
or
That's
your
what happened.
sister has a
Tinder.
daughter. You
Yeah.
have a sister. I mean, you just the total
Yeah.
disconnect with females. I can kind of see the disconnect with females to men in a way, just because guys punch the shit. You don't hear very many stories of women that beat the shit out of the guy. It does happen, but most of the time it's that, because there is a difference, regardless of this little bullshit that they tried to spit with men can be women and women can be men shit. That just, it's not a reality. But I just don't understand how a man can have a daughter and then you don't feel a need to stand up for women. Like, you don't feel this protector mode kick in. Then what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah,
Anyway.
you're a weak cunt. Yeah. Sorry, I was getting to the cum shot and you interrupted me. No.
What said the day of a kid is brought to the hospital for being on
Mate,
any kind of drugs,
it
the
is
hospital
absolute-
is not allowed to tell the parents. Yeah, man. See, that's that crazy shit. It's like over in California with the whole sex thing, and they don't notify parents. I don't understand.
Parents.
That's actually one of the constitutional amendments we made here during
Sorry,
that election
sorry,
thing that went
I
down
haven't
and
been
passed,
reading
was the fact that
Yeah.
we now, the parents do have the ultimate right with the kids here in Texas. So that was actually one of the constitutional amendments we passed
What? You can't tell the parents?
over in California, dude. Like, if that kid goes to school and say, I want to be a girl,
What?
and they don't have to tell the parents. And if the parents don't agree, the kid can go back to the counselor and go, yeah, my parents don't like it. I want to be a boy and they don't want to let me. They'll take the kid. And they actually passed that into their law thing. So, I mean, that's like a legal thing. That's not just a talking point on some news thing.
What
I
the
think
shit?
Washington did the same thing. Washington, I think, did a thing where with the like medical things, it's like the shot. They can just give your kid the shot.
Shit, I don't want to go back through chat, but sorry, I haven't been reading the chat. I've been
My opinion is dependent on the mind over matter mentality.
Wow.
Necessity over comfort.
talking my own shit.
The normal response of the body of your.
Fucking hell.
What's up, Echo?
Never hit any girl. Yeah, I know.
Well, I hit one woman one time, and it was when I was real young. And I was actually doing bouncing at a bar that at the time, the man that I grew up knowing, I always called him an uncle. He really just wasn't an uncle. He was just one of my dad's best friends. And I was doing some bouncing at the door, just door checking. And this lady was drunk as shit. And as they brought her to the door,
here we go.
she turned around and she looked at me and she went to swing and I did her hand and I said, no, ma'am. And next thing I know, dude, this box cutter come out and she went at my belly. And I just remember sucking wind and she cut my shirt. And my first instinct then was right in the forehead. And I went, but ding. But that was the only time. And I own up to it. But, you know, hey, man, everybody's got their limits is all I can say.
Don't hate me for this one. I kicked the shit out of a pregnant woman once.
So if the kid is 8 years old and on drugs and goes
No.
to the hospital,
I,
they want
did
the
you
kid to be honest with them. So
did you
no
hear me?
parent.
Did you hear me? Rescue.
If my kids were these young these days, 100% be
Rescue.
homeschooled. They're adults now. Right, Coffee? That's my take. Do
I
what?
kicked the shit out of a pregnant woman once.
Well, that was probably a pretty stupid thing to do.
Yeah, it was a long 9 months, mate.
Oh, this is one of your prego jokes. When you were coming out, you just kicked the
Yeah,
prego woman.
yeah, I was inside her. Do you get it?
He's trying to make a joke. He's making a joke when he was a baby and before he was delivered, how he was kicking his mama inside the womb. He's just trying to get everybody's feathers
Come
kind of flared up,
on.
like, what?
I'm trying to make light of a bad situation. Oh, come on. Fucking hell.
Lord have mercy.
No.
Man, I beat the shit out of this woman for months. What? Yep.
Oh,
9 months I was in the womb.
boom, bitch. Fucking.
I mean, Lord have mercy.
Oh,
I had a feeling.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I offended any women in there. I'm sorry. In here, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I was trying to make light of bad. Like, yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, hey, no joke. On a serious note, one time I did tell my daughter.
One time at band camp?
No, yeah, no, she didn't play the flute, mate. Fucking one time I did tell my daughter, your granddaughter, remember? One time I did tell my daughter, I looked at her one day and I went, holy shit, just looking at you now, you do look like your mum so much. And she goes, oh, thanks. And I went, yeah, I want to punch you in the face so bad. Yeah, the end. Yeah.
Right.
And she went, what? And she goes, Mom! And she ran off. No! She ran away. Mate, you gotta find humor in life. You can't be all depressed and be sad and everything. Everything's fucking shit with all the politics and all the bullshit. Don't bury yourself in it. That's why I come here. Like, don't stress.
Looks like I might get a break from the rain until Friday. So that'll give me a couple more days.
How them chickens going?
Huh?
The chickens.
Oh, they're doing good. They're not laying as much now because we're on our shorter days.
Oh, true. Yeah, I got you.
I mean, I you can do the light thing, but I ain't just letting natural shit. It works. Oh Lord. Oh, I hear. Sounds like a big one going overhead. When that clouds are thick and the humidity's real high and stuff, it helps the sounds denser. So then you can hear them 20,000 feet and you'll hear it going by. We get a lot of the little Cessnas that fly up and down the river because they got the flight school over there. That's one of my son's friends actually does teaching over there in a flight school. And they'll fly. Remember, he flies over the house every now and then. That's why I'll say sometimes I just kind of go out there and I wave up at him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he's teaching them and stuff. They'll make a path up and down the river, because it's got good nav. You can kind of teach on land nav and visual, and you can kind of. So they run that a lot, and he'll fly over.
Yeah, land markings. Yeah,
What's up, fish sticks? Share bear. Morning, afternoon, evening, wherever it's working for you.
Share bear. There you go. Yeah, that's my boy. He was in Air Force cadets. I can't remember what the fuck it was. I don't know. Fucking, I don't know.
You don't know.
I can't remember. I'm too drunk, man. I'm cooked, eh? Yeah.
What's your night time?
No, it's not my night time. It's 20 to 4 in the morning.
Right. Well, that's early AM-ish. You're not, though. You ain't been to bed.
Oh, 4:20, you'd like that. It's nearly his
4:20.
time. Oh no, it's 3:40,
See,
not
it's
4:20.
4:20 somewhere.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So he flies. Okay, I want to hear more about the plane. Yeah. Why'd you stop?
Oh, nothing. They just, I
So
told you
he
what I was
flies
going to tell you.
anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll fly
Oh,
over sometimes.
Oh well,
Sometimes.
we've got a landing strip not far from us. Right.
Oh, well, yeah. Now, there's a landing strip over here by the Lake Livingston area. There's a little landing strip there for some of these big wigs around here that'll come fly to their lake house kind of shit over there.
Oh,
But no, he's flying from a different spot over a Lake Conroe area. And then he'll fly him down the river, Trinity Riverside. And then as he gets down over here, when he comes back this way, he's pretty much, he can choose to come out a little bit ways and fly over, and he does because he knows how he grew up with my son. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, that's mad. The funny thing is, like, so they had an air show with the airstrip near us because the runway's like long enough, so they can put jets on it and everything, and like big ass planes.
Hey,
And
Pat.
so one year they put up bleachers and all that crap and went, oh, we're gonna do an air show, all right, and we're gonna charge like hundreds of dollars worth of tickets and shit, all right. No one paid for tickets. Everyone just got camper trailers and shit and all their trucks and utes and everything, and just parked outside the venue because the planes are going up in the air anyway. So
Right.
no one was paying tickets to go into the venue.
Well, that's what a lot of people down here do for their air shows. Because really,
Yeah.
if you want to, it depends on what.
Yeah.
If you're wanting to just watch the
Yeah.
plane, then you just find a spot. It's like the fireworks shows.
Yeah.
If you just want to see that, then it's cool. If you want to get involved in the inner workings and like the air shows, you want to go get a hat, a patch, or something, then you're going to go ahead and pay that ticket price, go on in there, walk around everything. Yeah.
But mate, the traffic was I sit on my front porch and I can watch it from here. I'm like, sweet. Like, mate, I got a front row seat. I'm just sitting on my porch watching like oh Jesus, my boy would know. Like F-35s or I can't remember what they were. There was like a few F-18s or whatever. Yeah. So I think they're probably second guessing next time. Like, yeah, we need to place it different. But you can't really do it. Like, people are still going to pay for it. So, yeah, whatever.
Well, you get the enthusiasts that want to be involved in that. They'll show up, and it is what it is, you know. But you'll always have the observers from a distance because if one that goes up, it can be seen. So there you go.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like the old drive-in theaters, man. There are people that had no problem parking outside that thing and just going, here, we'll watch it from right here. You know, it's like
Absolutely, yeah.
they didn't want the popcorn. They don't want the drink, you know. So there's always.
I miss a good old drive in the theatre, yeah. But you know what I would have run? You know what I would have paid to see? Those remote control planes.
Oh, yeah. No, we got one of the other, which he doesn't do it no more, but he was on the fire department down in the city, and that's out at his property. He had a built-in little airstrip, and that's all it was the remote controlled RC planes, choppers, planes. Oh yeah, it always used to be so cool back in the day going over there. Go to talk to him about going up hunting on the deer lease and end up hanging out half a day right there watching all the different guys showing up with planes and doing all the shit.
I'll be doing that every day. All day, every day, mate.
I want to go fly my drone some more, but I just, man,
What model drone did you get?
got one of those, what is it? Mini Pro, DJI, Mini Pro.
Mini Pro.
I think that's the one.
Last time I got a drone, it cost me $1,000 and it just flew away. It locked onto a signal and just disappeared into the distance. and we jumped into the car to try and chase it and try and catch it, and it just went, nah, it just locked onto a signal and just went, see you later. And I'm just like, fucking gone. Now,
Oh, wow.
I realised, now, yeah, what an idiot. I should have written my phone number on it.
Oh, well, see, these actually have, like, if I go set it up over there and whenever it's starting up, it locks this at home point and it'll fly out.
So
And
did
if
this
it
one.
loses signal, it'll already come back to what was programmed as the home point.
This one had a return signal, this and that and the other, but it was, yeah, anyway. Yeah, it is.
Apparently, somebody had already set that return path to somewhere else, and that's where it went.
Mate, yes, it got locked onto something else, man. Yeah. I still love you. I still love your stories about off the oil rig, the dude that flew the drones. I
Oh,
was
yeah,
telling
man.
him-
I always get nervous. Hell, I get nervous with my drone. That's why I don't. If I fly it,
Nah,
but just I don't go
hang on,
far. 'Cause
rescue.
it always
Oh,
trips me
hang
out.
on. One of my mates got a drone a couple of
All
weeks ago.
them wood piles just from.
One of my mates got a couple of weeks ago.
That's what's
and I
left
went-
of the limbs, if that's what you're
Uh,
talking about. Kiss off.
One of my mates, he goes,
The tree's still there.
and I go, yeah, I know this guy used to fly drones off oil rigs. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I said, I know a guy, and he's like, what? And I went, yeah, this dude used to fly drones off oil rigs. He's
Yep. Go up to the helideck and take off, and it'd be like, man, I don't know. But I feel that same way with mine. See, I just can't. Makes me, I get all nervous. I got to fly around that lake that I did for the intro video, and all I could think of is like, oh man, it's just what do I do when it goes down? It's just going, it's gone, it's in the water.
bro, that was epic, man. That I looked at that footage and I thought you actually stole that from somebody.
Oh no, that's the little spillway down at the bridge right there. That's the spillway in the Artesian Lake. That's just one road over.
Mate, that's beautiful. I was looking at some of the pools in the backyard and that, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I showed that on the stream one morning, and I even laughed whenever I showed everybody before I made that video. And I said, "How do you say you're from the city without saying you're from the city? You install a concrete pool next to an artesian lake."
Well, one of my mates, he's up in where's he? He's north from Chicago. One of my mates up there, and Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. He's got a little private beach and shit with a jetty on the back there and that. And I'm like, motherfucker. Yeah, whatever. Nice little pretty spot. And I keep telling him, get a drone, man. He goes, oh, I don't want to dox myself. Like,
See, I don't. What is that? Dox myself. I mean,
oh, jealous people are going to come after you because they hate.
that happens
hate
anyway. So I mean,
They hate everything you have. That's what it is. You're not allowed to live a nice life, Rescue. You're not allowed to.
well, feel free to come right through that fucking gate and tell me all about it. Is all I can tell somebody.
Oh, fucking good attitude. If I can't have it, nobody can. No.
Pardon my French. Oh, here, I'm going to show you the tree things, kiss off.
Hey, you need to put that back in an outro, like that drone footage. I dead set thought you just stole it from someone.
Nope. I recorded it. I got more. I mean, I've been got some. I just, man, it's just like things happen. So this is what this is the last big piece right here that I'm cutting up some for the missus to save, but this is the pile of limbs. It was one big pile. I've been pulling it out because I didn't want to burn. I wasn't going to burn it here. I'm worried about that other tree catching fire whenever it goes up. So that's really not so much wood as it is the little limbs, like this shit. Oh, there we go. Like this shit. So it's just like the little limbs. It's just a bunch of them. So it's a bunch of this. Most of the big stuff's been cut up. That's the last big piece. And then, I got this little collection over here. Yeah, that little collection right there. There we go. But I haven't decided if I want to burn those
No.
because I think, I don't know, might want a little fire time every now and then. Isla, God dang it, that stupid dog. You're acting like a damn stupid, retarded dog. Get over here.
What, me or the dog? Who's retarded? What?
The dog. I
Oh,
was talking to the dog.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Retarded. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Just about got it all burned up. I go over there, and if the limbs are pretty big, I use the little saw there. Otherwise, I use my sawzall, and I just cut it up. Slowly burning it, trying to get it done before that rain moves in. And then you're going to see what's left. She's supposed to find out. I'm going to see if I got enough left or if it's going to be save some of this month and then next month. But got to try to get the stuff. And I think we're going to try to get a rope and try to go up there and got to get that tree down, man. And hell, this oak here got me kind of tripping a little when I look at the base of it. That's all I need is for trees to just start falling over. That one falls over, it'll hit the house. This one falls over, it's going to probably take out the carport in this little building. And it's like, oh, great. But it is what it is, man. Hell, I can't just do what I can do when I can do it. Don't pick on the dog. I was hoping just putting that collar on her was going to kind of put her in the chill mode, but I think that other dog coming so close back here on its exploratory thing got her all fired up now. So hell, anything that moves, she just thinks like, ah. It's like, oh, chill, my God. You're like a damn ghetto dog running up and down the fence. Shut up.
You didn't buy a Chihuahua.
Look, see, I don't understand. Why can't you be like the old man? Look, the old man just chills.
I had 2 cattle dogs, bro.
Hell, Ree's up there just laid out on the porch up there.
I had 2 cattle dogs, Rusty and Prilly.
The healer suit.
2 cattle dogs. And then went and got a Chihuahua. Now I've got 3 dogs. Chihuahua, bad idea.
Don't be mean to the dog for being a dog, but no, that's just she's acting like
one
of these ignorant dogs. She knows better. The old man's laid right up there. He sets the example all the time.
He thinks he's a cattle dog. He's one of the.
Oh, she doesn't. Hell, she can't even see. That's what we've determined. She can't see as good as it portrays to be. That's why she can. If the cats stop, she loses track. And we've watched her going, oh, yeah, her eyesight isn't as good as she thinks. She sees something move. Well, now that explains why she just goes to attack a leaf. But yet a limb falls. And man, but she gets over to the limb and she stands over the limb looking around like, well, where'd it go? What is it? And it's like, yeah, see, you really didn't even know what you saw. You just saw something move.
That's so cute.
I finally got her to chill now most of the time on the birds because the birds will land over here a lot because, with the chicken feed and the chickens right there, and we had the tomato plants. So birds will kind of come land down over in there. But now I got her where she doesn't just like want to pounce on them.
So we
I
got
got a pit bull that doesn't know her strength.
Rudy and I forgot the black cunt's name. Oh shit! Sorry.
Really? You must have forgot that too. It's Isla.
Isla. Yeah. Okay. Rudy and Isla. Yeah. Okay.
Missed that dog yesterday. Couldn't fire because
Shit.
there's a telephone
I
pole.
apologize. Yes. Yeah, I've got my red cattle.
Pat, I got a pit bull that lays on the porch.
Oh, well, your porch is protected. Get off
And
my porch.
Never around. This dog got white foam coming out of its mouth.
I love
Wow,
Rudy.
I'm going crazy.
I loved how Rudy was there the whole time when you built the chicken coop. She was there through the whole build. So we're talking like what? That's like a year or two build.
Oh yeah, well I mean that's he comes out now.
Wow.
Hell, I actually, matter of fact, Battlefield can tell you because he did it while he was here. I get to like piling up something, and he'll go over and piss on that pile. He catches me everywhere I'm going to work, and he goes and pisses or something. And he did it while they were here, and I go, "See, y'all think I made this shit up, thinking that but it is. It's no conspiracy. He really does. If he thinks I'm working over here, he comes over, takes care of bits like. But oh no, he chills. He stays on the porch. He breaks out if he gets out down here with all this cat piss and shit that they come do in the sand in that driveway, which I don't have sand in my yard. It washes down from the road up there. But, I realized in the society we're in, it's hard to get people to understand. Can you please tilt it to the ditch over there where it doesn't come down a driveway? I'm confused. Oh, well, yeah. Okay.
Oh, my God.
That white foam is infected, ain't it? Chuck said he's crazy. Rabies. Well, I mean that's a sign of rabies. Is if it's white foam, yes, that's what they say is a sign of rabies. Now, it could also be the fact that he's, I don't know, salivating and stuff because if he's a male, he's smelling some female, so he's foaming at the mouth, drooling and stuff. Or I don't know. You're the one that sees it, but if it's a foaming, then yes, that they say could be a sign of rabies. Yeah, that's what you could always call and just tell them. Man, I think there's a wild dog, and I think he's got rabies, foam and stuff coming out of his mouth, and that should escalate their ass to get out there and do something. If you
got rabies, I'm still gonna pat you. I don't care if you're a cute dog. Just don't bite me. All right, we're good. Can we get a mutual agreement? Don't bite me. So then
I guess you ate the neighbor's chickens and chased a coyote. Oh,
yeah.
Well, so the neighbors might have an issue if he does have rabies because they have contaminated product around their place.
Oh God. Here we go. All right.
Rabies ain't no joke, that's for sure.
That's only a little bit concerning.
That's one of them things we always used to take serious and tell everybody all in their feels and stuff. Oh, well, isn't there a way? No, there's really not. This is what you have to do.
Yeah, thankfully that disease, rabies, never made it to Australia, so we don't have it here. So.
And I gotta say, if he had the balls to chase a coyote, and for being a single coyote, that's
I'm Australian. I'll chase down a kangaroo. Of course, I'm going to chase down a coyote. I'm that mate. I'll chase down.
Why, are you a white furry dog with rabies? Because I was talking about Kissoff's dog with rabies. It says I guess he ate the neighbor's chickens and chased a coyote. Which, if that dog chased a coyote, which it's weird that there would only be one, because most of them, they'd go in packs.
I'm not fucking with a cougar.
It's like wolves, but
I'm not doing a cougar. I'll try and fight a coyote. I'll have a crack, but yeah.
Oh no, I wouldn't want to jack with a cat at all. Any
Nope.
cat.
Any cat.
Bobcat, mountain cat, cougar, lion, I don't give a shit.
Fucking
Hell,
house
you
cat.
take even one of these little fat feral things down here that gets big enough and it's like, yeah, I ain't jacking with you. I'm going to shoot you.
Mate, a house cat
I ain't
that's
figuring
trying
to come
to.
up at me and bite me, and then you got 4 little limbs that dag in and can grab and shit too. And plus, you're actually what carries a lot of so much of disease. No, 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 no. This
Mate,
is where you reach back here and you go, boom. Okay, there we go.
a house cat that's trying to knock your coffee mug off the fucking coffee table. I'm not even doing a house cat.
Yeah, I'm not a cat person. I mean, but then hey man, there's a lot of animals that I'm not going to have a pet of, but there's animals that I would have a pet that other people wouldn't. So it's whatever. But I'm not a cat person. I think there are some cool cats out there. I've had friends, and when I was young, I had a cat. My mom, unfortunately, she had a man. That damn thing was so spoiled, shitting and throwing up intentional under her chair, and I used to be like, "Yeah, see, this isn't going to work."
Hmm.
Princess. No, that's not a princess. That's called throwing a fit because you ain't on top of the litter box thing every day. Like she
Yeah.
would miss it one day, and next thing you know, she underneath the chair. My mom would have coffee. That damn cat would take a shit, and oh gosh, and she'd be cleaning up, and I'd go, "Mom," and she'd go, "Well, I forgot to clean out her litter box." I don't give a shit. What do you mean? Oh, but it was her cat, her house. It's like whatever.
My mother, same deal. 2 cats. One was called Elvis, and the other one was called Monty.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Elvis and Monty. And my mum knew I was allergic to cats, and she was like, "Nah, they're my babies." So every day I'm just constantly washing my face, just going, "Fuck it,
Oh yeah.
cat allergies." And it's like, "Hey, mum, don't you want to get rid of the cats?" She's like, "No, fuck you. I love my cats." I'm like, you fucking bitch. Like, whatever. That's child abuse, mate. Fuck it.
I have a friend. He had a pretty cool. It was Sammy. Was the name of his cat? And I gotta say that cat was. It was a pretty cool cat, and that cat and our other dog that we had that the kids grew up with. He was a full blown American red nose pit, and he didn't like other cats, but that cat. And it was so ironic because they had
Right.
only kind of known the existence of each other at a distance up until we had a hurricane that come through and it knocked out everything for weeks. So, fuel and everything was getting well. We ended up over there because the Metropolitans are going to get it back up. The bigger that so the fuel will start firing up around there. So we were over there. Well, we stayed with them for a few days, and man, from day one of walking in, I even got pictures of it because Sammy was standing on the second step of the stairs, sat down and was looking at him as we came in the door, and they just looked at each other. And from the edges, everything was fine. But Sammy was a cool cat. He was just like he was chill. It wasn't one of these prima donna kind of things like and then it's like no, see I don't. And man, my mom had that one and these tomcats. Oh damn! Check it out, them acorns. Squirrel be mad at you, I think. But yeah, them tomcats spray all over the patio door and shit. I'm like, see, dogs don't do this stuff. That's why dogs are man's best friend.
For real.
You don't have a male dog that comes up and hikes its leg, pissing all over your patio door if you have a dog inside that's in heat. Now, they might be outside and they might even get to howl or something. And oh boy, they're just, yeah. But no, but a cat. Oh no, it's gonna run down. It's like, really, man, bleach. It's like, but hey, once again, man, people do you. I personally don't want a pet of a boa constrictor that's 8 feet long. I really don't want a pet of something that can eat me. I might think they're cool, but I don't want to make a pet of it. If it can eat me, then I know. It does it. It's kind of like hell, a bull. A bull would be cool. But I'm sorry, just them loving on you is going to crush your bones. So no, that's not feasible. So I'm just not. Do you, boo?
I've often said that to the wifey, like, if if we had a cat, she goes, "Oh, I already know. I'd be the one feeding the cat. I'd be the one. It if we were to die, it like in bed together, the cat would be like it was apocalyptic scene. The cat's gonna eat you first because it's waiting for
Dude, they
you
don't
to wake
care.
up. Yeah,
Cats don't give a shit.
they are fucking.
Okay,
They
so apparently Kissoff has some mythical kind of rabies infected dog because this dog is flying through the air or something because
wait
she was
what?
going to fire a warning shot, but she didn't want to hit the telephone pole wires. So it's like, I don't know, is this dog like got wings and it's flying? I mean,
I'm missing the
it's
chat.
like, how are you going to shoot the telephone wires at a dog that's supposedly running on the ground? Like, I'm not understanding the connection here. I told Chuck, where the hell were you when I needed you? I don't know.
Oh,
He should have showed up because he wouldn't have been like shooting at some imaginary thing in the
wait.
air or something.
Oh, mate. Don't get me wrong. I love cats. I'm not. I'm not trying to hang shit on cats, but I'll take a
Oh,
dog.
I watch. I'll get emails already. I mean, I'll already. We done covered so many different topics. There'll be emails. You can only
Oh, you're gone.
some of the people some of the
You're
time, but
gone.
never all the
Yeah.
people all the time. He stand behind that pole and eats the deer food. So why
Yeah,
do you put the deer food behind the pole?
you're gonna get smashed. Yeah.
What seems to be the purpose of putting the deer food behind the pole? Then?
Cats are evil. Okay, I'm up to date on chat now. Yeah, no, look, I had a cat when I was younger, and he used to follow me up the street because me and my younger brother, we always wanted a dog. And my mum, and now I understand what that terminology means is, oh, he went to the farm, like when the dog disappeared. I thought, oh, they actually took him to a farm. I didn't realize he actually got, he went to the
All dogs don't go to heaven
farm.
either, but
Yeah,
it sounds good to kids. So
all dogs going, yeah. So mum was like, we'll get a cat. I'm like, shit, all right. But me and my younger brother wanted a dog, so we trained the cat up like it was a dog, and we trained it like we were training it to do shit, jump stuff, do like all kinds of tricks, all kinds of crap, because we wanted a dog, and it was a well trained cat, and then we'd overfeed it, and because mum would always come home and she'd go, "Oh, did you feed the cats?" And then my brother would go, "Yeah, I did." And I'm like, "Well, shit, I did as well." And I'm like, "Yeah." But the cats never complained. They'd always just eat and eat and eat and eat. So they got like
the
big,
rainbow breed.
like
Oh man,
big cats.
dude, you see some of these pets that some of these people have. They feed them so much people food that the damn dog has diabetes and is like 4 times its weight. It's so obese it can't even move. You see him kind of just laying there with just nubs sticking out for legs because it's done gotten so man. It's sad. What's up, Huckleberry?
Hey, Huck. Hey, Huck. It depends on the cat, man. Like I like a look, like I like a good man. Like if anybody wants to Google it, like a Mancoon, like a big ass Mancoon, like they get big, like a Mancoon, or a Mancoon. They're big cats. If I'm ever going to get a cat, and I'll shave the cunt every day, or I'll just pick up some feral fucker off the street. Yeah, I don't know.
Thought you were allergic to cats.
Yeah, I am, but I'll take a dog any day. I'm allergic to them. I didn't say I hated them.
What's up, Bonnie? Sorry, I missed you.
Jesus Christ, mate! Don't twist my words there. Come on, rescue.
Listen, I know.
Hey,
I did. Were you saying hi to Bonnie too? My bad.
No, you're good. Hey, buddy. Yep.
Well, I don't know what words I twisted because I was saying hi to Bonnie and I sorry I missed her.
No.
So what part of those were your words that were twisted? I don't know, but I ain't drank as many beers.
No. You said You said I thought you hate cats, and I said yes, I do.
No, I said, aren't you allergic to cats?
Yes, I am, but I do like them.
Well, okay, there's
Yeah,
people that like jalapenos, they just can't handle them.
but I can't get a license to own a fucking lion.
Well, see, you should move to Texas, and then you could have.
Damn it! Or
There's more lions in captivity in Texas than anywhere else.
Or I become.
That's what they say anyway. There was a report. I'm assuming that organization did accurate shit, but.
Or I fight Mike Tyson in the ring, and then I can own a couple of pet tigers.
They actually had was it one or two down in Houston? Somehow got out of the zoo, and that was in the suburb. That was the little, the brick street type thing, the curves, the sidewalk, this house, this house, this house, this house, one of those kind of suburb things. And that thing was just kind of walking from yard across the driveway, front porch, across the yard, across the driveway. And it's like, yeah, boy, wouldn't that be some shit? Open your front door and you just kind of look, and all of a sudden this thing just looks at you. It's like, it's like, yeah, you just shit on yourself.
Honest question. If you saw it, would you get out a steak out of your fridge and try and feed it and pat it? Because I fucking would.
To be honest, if I came out here and there was one of the mountain lions or something here, like eating on the chickens, I'm going to shoot the damn thing. So.
Nah, mate, I am so going to give it a steak and try and pat it.
Oh, yeah.
Come here.
That's because you're drunk.
Who's a pretty kitty cat?
One more reason not to be so intoxicated. See, just proves my point. See the stupid decisions you make when you drink too much?
Mate, I'd do it sober.
Look, it's a lion. I know, it's just showing but it shows the brain damage that happens. See, the thinking gets way off.
But you got to think it's already.
Look, here's a wild beast that'll just shred me to pieces. But hey, I'm gonna throw a steak out there and then come on, can't we be buddies?
Yeah, mate, I'm making best
like
friends.
Take you to the forest and you think everybody's gonna be like fucking Yogi Bear or some shit like, yeah, boo-boo. It's like, it ain't gonna work that way. It ain't gonna work that way.
Hey,
and you hardly ever get to see those Instagram, TikTok videos. Well, because unless they find the person and find the phone, those last moments just don't ever make it out to the public.
What do you get if you cross an elephant with a Matty Yogi?
With a what?
A Matty Yogi.
I don't even know what the hell that is. So beats me.
A Matty Yogi.
Have no idea.
A Matty Yogi.
Are you hung up? Are you skipping?
A Matty Yogi.
There, I slapped the record player.
What do you get if you cross an elephant with a Matty Yogi?
I have no idea.
Oh, for fuck's sake. What do you get if you cross an elephant with a Matty Yogi?
I have no idea. What, are you just so drunk you know Save?
A Matty Yogi.
Is there some kind of special Australian lingo I need?
Matty Yogi.
Get over here. Hold on.
Ask me. You're supposed to say, what's a Matty Yogi?
Oh, he said I don't know what it is.
Yeah, say, what's a Matty Yogi?
I don't want to. I already asked what it is. I said, I don't even know what the hell that is.
Nothing, boo-boo. Yeah, never mind. There you go. Don't worry. Stupid dad joke of the day. Don't worry.
White coffee? Don't even know what that word is.
A Matty Yogi. It's not even a word. What's a Matty Yogi? Hey, what's a Matty Yogi? Nothing, boo
Oh,
boo.
was
Yeah,
this some kind of New York thing you were trying to do, or Boston, Chicago? Was there a spin to that then?
no. Stupid dad joke, but don't worry about it.
I guess I
Couldn't.
should have had a few Fosters before this, and then I would have probably
Oh,
understood.
fucking good on you, Foster's. Yeah, I drink that all day, every day, mate. Drinking my Foster's now, mate. Oh no.
Hey, I think I'm fixing to be calling it though, because I do believe my battery is at 13%, and then I looked and it's like, holy crap, 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah, coffee first. Sorry, I talk very fast. I need to. I was actually told that by my wife to slow down when I talk.
Which means you
So
can tell he does not listen to her because he still talks fast.
I need to slow down and pronounce my words more correctly and slow down a little bit. But I'm hoping to educate you guys on the Australian. So technically, you're learning the Australian accent by hearing an Australian talk really fast. So if I talk slow, it's dumb. But if I talk real quick, just like fucking normal, you're learning another fucking language. It's almost like learning fucking French.
Well,
So
yeah, but
there
if
you
you
go.
teach
Hey,
us the base, see, if you teach us the other way, we already understand that way because that's the same thing as English and then barroom English. There's the sober English and then there's 612 shots in speech. And so we can adapt. We just got to know what the basic is. And then we adapt. And the coffee loves the way you talk. Everybody loves an Aussie.
mate, I'll tell you, like I've been to a few places over in the States, and I I'm not even
Oink,
lying.
oink, 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 oink.
Yes, I am sorry, Dad. Yeah, okay. Oi, oi.
That's it. I'm so confused.
Yeah, oi, 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 oi. It's
Oink,
like
oink, oink,
when you try to get someone's attention, like oi, 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 like
oink,
settle down,
oink, oink,
oi, oi.
oink.
Yeah. But no, and I love it. I love the people. I love the community. Very heartwarming. When I went through TSA and that, and he's like, what's your business?" Oink, oink, oink. Pretty close.
Not oink, oi, oi,
Oi,
oi.
oi, oi, oi. Hang on. Kiss off. Oi, oi, oi.
Be
Hang
like
on.
oil
Oi, oi.
without the L. Oi,
Oh,
oi.
Jesus. I'm never going to get this story out. So I go through TSA at the airport, and he goes, and he's looking at me like I'm smuggling drugs. And he goes, "What are you here for?" And I said, "Oh, I'm just going to meet up with
Here
some
for a
mates."
good time.
Yeah, no, I go, I'm just here to meet up with some mates and drink some beers and see my first ice hockey game. Watching the Chicago Blackhawks, and he goes, "Oh, okay, no worries," and just stamped it straight away and went straight through because I
I
started
know
speaking
that.
in Australia. Now, if I started going like speaking Afghani or a different language, I think it would have been a different story. Like,
Well, no, you'd have been okay because then they would have just said, "Oh, are you going to Dearborn, Michigan?" Okay.
mate, it was just like, you're an Aussie, you're sweet. Bang. Like, it was like, you going to an ice hockey game? Yeah, sweet. Yeah, piss off.
Man, oh man. Hey, I'm
Nah,
fixing to be shutting it down. I'm down to 11% now. So
all right.
I guess you got any final words to everybody?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop everybody that follows. If you haven't hit the like already, I'd suggest you do it. Otherwise,
Thank you, sir.
I'll come after your channels. No, I won't do that. I'm not that committed. Thanks, mate. Solid crew. Just laugh. enjoy life. All right. Don't get too involved in shit. All right. Stay cool. I don't know what to say. God bless you all. Stay safe. God bless all your families, especially coming up into the Christmas period and everything, and that.
Thanksgiving coming.
Thanksgiving, yes. Thank you, Rescue. Yeah, I'm cooked, mate. Yeah, Thanksgiving. I hope you all have a blessed Thanksgiving. Thanks for having me out, Rescue.
You
And
got it, buddy.
Rescue, thanks for having me out, mate. And much love
Right
to
on,
your
sir.
wife. All right.
Yes, sir.
And
Tell
I
the
look
missus I
forward-
said hi. Tell the son, awesome with the jobs. Can't wait to hear about his journey.
Oh, 100%. I can't wait to see how it unfolds, man. That's it, mate. Yeah. Anyway, we could talk about this a whole nother time.
Right.
All right. I'm dropping. I love
Appreciate
you
you, buddy.
all.
Be
All right.
safe.
Love you all. All right.
Later, brother.
Bye.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oi, oi.
And he's out of here. He's out of here. Hey, it's Wednesday. So what do we got? We got Hudson Valley tonight. I think Rural 2IC does the Wednesday workshop. Does Vision? I don't know if Vision does anything on Wednesdays. I don't know. Make your day a good day. Remember, you are the one in the driver's seat. You get to decide. You can look at the worst, and I'm prone to it. I make my points to get out of it. I recognize it and then focus on the here and now. And you can control the way you take stuff in. You can control within the information and stuff you bring in. It affects the output. No Vision tonight, so we got Hudson Valley and we got Rural 2IC that I know of. So, hey, I appreciate y'all doing your Wednesday with me. Enjoyed the break. I now got to get some more cleanup done. The father's giving me, it looks like, according to the weather predictions, a day and a half. So, need to make use of that. Happiness is a journey, not a destination. That's it. But I appreciate y'all hanging out, shooting the BS. It's good to hear from y'all. There is a creator, and Jesus is his son, and he is waiting to hear from you. I appreciate all y'all. Take care, everybody. Thoughts and prayers for Monty, and we got Tony. Hopefully, you heard the good news. Appreciate you, everybody. Peace, everybody.
I ain't here tomorrow. If the good Lord says it's my time to go, I don't see that morning sunset. There's some things I need for you to know. The truck is yours if you want it. It'll run forever if you treat it right. When you think of me on some back road, that's because I'm right there by your side. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your love you. I ain't here tomorrow. Don't let life turn you bitter. Don't be ashamed about your head. Take it easy on the liquor. Remember what it did to your granddad. Yeah, you're gonna get your heart broke, but a couple of tears don't make you weep. Gonna find that girl God made just for you. Knows what he's doing, wait and see. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Hope you don't forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow. Keep the shotgun in the family, raise your babies by the book, and keep my picture in your wallet. Keep your car keys on a hook. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Please don't ever forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow.
Thanks, everybody, for being here. Remember, God loves you. He's just waiting to hear from you. Peace, everybody. Make it a good day.